Come on in, guys. Welcome back. Season 2, Episode 1, Season 2 of the Wise Men Podcast. After 1 month, about a month and a week, we're back. What's going on, Kirk?
What's good, man? What's good, everybody? What's good, Mark? How you doing?
Man, chilling, man. Those Mondays, man, I got used to those Mondays, man. Mondays being off, but man, we coming up on a critical time in the space, man. The people need us, man. Especially after that phone call I heard. that phone call I heard earlier. We gonna get into that phone call, so y'all might want to stick around. There's a phone call I want y'all to hear later on. We're gonna talk about it. So come on in, everybody. Hit that like button as you come on in. Shout out to all the MGM members. I see all y'all. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. We back season 2, going into Q4. We're gonna take season 2 all the way into the holiday season, guys. So come on in. Shout out to Big Herm in the building. What's going on? Louisiana in the building. I see Interstate Screw in the building. It's D-Walt, Cleveland in the building. I see Dallas in the building. Devontae Smalls, what up? Florida is in the building. CDA, Texas checking in. Mark, I did my due diligence today. There are containers behind the wall, Mark. Mark is right again. Hey, I told you. All those containers. I told you what's in them containers. So, I'm glad you did your due diligence. What up, though? Motor City in the building. We got Detroit. A lot of Detroit in the building tonight. Detroit. Shout out to Byron Gibson. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Sacramento is in the building. Houston in the building. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook. Neville says, DJ Mark, what up? Kelvin says he just hit the like button. Appreciate that. Blessings, Mark and Kurt. Why is this so big? Let me make that smaller. I don't like that big like that. Shout out to all the moderators. I see Nick is in the building. Shout out to who else we got as moderators? Because it's DeWalt, Nick. Appreciate everybody. Come on in, hit that like button. Let us know where you're checking in from. Let us know how you're feeling. We're back, season 2 of the Wise Men Podcast. I know a lot of people have been missing it, been asking Kirk about it, been asking me about it, and we told y'all we would be back on the 18th, and we're back on the 18th. So, man, we got a lot of dope topics we're going to talk about over the next couple months for season 2. We're going to be going into the holiday season. The economy is upside down. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of things that are going on right now. There's a lot of things that are up in the air that will happen that we are going to ultimately forecast and prepare you guys for. So it's very imperative that you're here every Monday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time so you can get information from 2 veterans in the space. Between the both of us, you figure over damn near combined, we damn near 30 years combined, right? About 28 years of experience combined in all lanes. You figure from cargo van, because Kirk started with a cargo van. I've ran cargo vans. Kirk did curbside final mile. I've done curbside and big and bulky final mile. Those are my claim to fames. Also moving. All right. Kirk, box truck, OTR, semi truck. So pretty much every aspect of logistics as far as box truck, cargo van, all the way up to the semi truck, you got it. Between the both of us, I started in the business in 2010. Kirk started in the business in 2011. So you got a lot of experience amongst the two of us. So it's very imperative that you are here on Monday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Kurt, what's going on, man?
What's good, man? You know me, man. I'm always, energized, man. Take off a little time. I'll be here until God knows when. But
okay. You ain't got nothing set up for this week?
Oh yeah. But I do my day or two kind of layover where I rest and chill with the family, and then do my
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday Thursday load up and get out between Friday and Saturday, run over
Mm-hmm.
the weekend and deliver next Monday, and just do it all over again.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. All right, man.
Yeah,
Let's get
man.
into it, man. Let's get into it. So we're gonna talk about a few things tonight. I want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about this UAW thing briefly.
Mm-hmm.
We want to talk about mentorships and courses drying up,
Right.
and
Right.
I want to revisit a call that we heard earlier on Kirk's channel. We want to
Right.
replay that call, and we want to kind of break that down and put that into perspective for a
Right.
lot of people. So you might want to stick around. We're not gonna hold you that long. We're gonna try to keep this season down to about 2 hours. We don't need people throwing jabs at us, throwing stones and hiding their hands. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to keep this show down to 2 hours this season, and we're gonna try to just get in and get out. So come
Right.
on in, hit that like button, let us know where you're checking in from. All right, so UAW, shout out to everybody that's here from Detroit. Detroit is kind of upside down with the UAW. The United Auto Workers are striking. That um, union is striking at the big with the big three. So that's GM, that's Ford, and that's Stellantis, which many know as Chrysler. Um, the reason why this is important that we're going to be talking about it briefly. I'm not going to really dwell on this too much. It's just kind of to get you guys abreast of what's going on because there may be someone out there that is in a cargo van or that runs parcels in a box truck that run auto parts coming out of Detroit. Um, this is going to ultimately affect trucking. It's going to ultimately affect trucking. Those plants are shut down. So what they're saying, the big three is saying is there's going to be about a 2 to 3 week lag. So what that 2 to 3 week lag means is right now they have enough parts that they can ship out. But in about 2 to 3 weeks, if the strike continues to go on, that freight is going to continue to dry up because the manufacturing plants aren't operating because people are on strike. So all that freight is going to dry up. And to put a little bit more into perspective, let's see, because in this article, they have the amount of freight that needs to be moved or that gets moved by a truck. Trucks move about 950 billion worth of car and truck parts. 950 billion worth of car and truck parts. The U.S. auto industry is a significant contributor to the nation's freight economy. Let me actually let me share that. You still got that one up on the screen. Hold on, Kurt. Let me
You want me to stop shared? I
hold on,
can
hold
stop
on,
shared and then re-put it back.
hold on. Let me see if I can switch it to another screen. No, you can leave it up. I'll just switch it to another. Uh, I'll switch it to there. It's all good. And then what we're gonna do is blow that up. All right, so let me run through this real quick. Logistics and supply chain experts are sounding the horn, warning that the ripple effects of the targeted United Auto Workers strike manufacturing strikes against Detroit 3 will hit the trucking industry hard and could lead the smaller tier 2 and 3 suppliers filing for bankruptcy. For every General Motors job, there's 6 others in the economy that depend on U.S. running. So we got to get back to work. Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors, told CNBC. Some of those jobs in the automotive manufacturing ecosystem are in the trucking industry. The U.S. auto industry is a significant contributor to the nation's freight economy, stressed Chris Spear, president of the American Trucking Association. Trucks move more than 950 billion worth of car, truck parts. That's hundreds of millions of tons of freight, hundreds of millions of tons of freight that are subject to disruption if the dispute continues for a significant period of time. Data from Fort Kite shows that between August 20th and September 14th, there was a substantial uptick in rescheduled over-the-road auto shipments originating in Mexico bound for the United States. Tom Gregorchik, vice president of the industry strategy for Kites, told FreightWaves that the rescheduling is a result of the auto firms beginning to hedge their bets that the strike threat was very real and would cause them to cancel or push out inbound parts from Mexico. Approximately 8% of the all OTR auto shipments from Mexico to the U.S. have been rescheduled. Gregor Chick explained this is compared to the average 5% rate of shipments. Gregory said the average length of transit for OTR auto shipments from Mexico to the United States is now nearly double. So on and so forth. All right, so guys, this is um, very important, especially if you run auto parts freight. You might want to keep this in mind. Um, it's going to affect the economy. For those that don't know, um, this was inevitable. The head of the UAW, which is the union, that guy is not even. I don't even think he's, from what the big three is saying, he's not even coming to the table. I don't even think he's looking at the deals. What he wants for the workers is about a 40% bump. All right. The
Mhm.
big three has made about $21 billion in profits in the last 6 months. They've seen a significant amount of profits in the past 10 years, about 40% uptick. And what the head of the union wants, a 40% uptick of pay for the workers. I know the first deal, or the deal that the big three are trying to negotiate, is a 20% increase. The head, I think his name is Spears. Um, man, he's not even, they said they can't even really get the dude on the line and negotiate. He ain't trying to hear it. Unless they come remotely close to 40%, dude ain't trying to hear nothing. I think this is something that's going to go on for a while. I can't project
Mhm.
how long, but this is something that's not going to be over soon, because they're nowhere near. They're not even
They're
you
not
can't
even
even
at the
get them in the
table.
room. They're not even at the
Right.
table. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
They're not even at the table. So this is going to be very detrimental to the freight ecosystem. And you'll be able to see it in about um 2 to 3 weeks. These
Mhm.
these auto manufacturers have made a significant amount of money
Mhm.
in the past 10 years. And, cars aren't cheap anymore. I think the standard average car right now is about $48,000. Um, if you notice, Ford a few years back, they cut out all of their smaller cars. They got rid of the Focus, the Fusion, all of their small cars. The only car that they're manufacturing right now is the Mustang. They're pushing crossovers, SUVs. The F series, obviously the pickup trucks are number one. JD Power and Associates for the last, I don't know how many gazillion years. The reason why they've seen an uptick, and a lot of manufacturers in the big three have seen an uptick um, in revenue, 40%, is because of that. Those smaller cars, the margins are a lot smaller. Get rid of the smaller cars, only focus on making bigger cars. Bigger cars is a bigger margin, which ultimately leads to increased revenue. And the head of the union wants a piece of that 40% for the workers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He wants that. And it's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. The guy said last week, this strike is going to be of epic proportions, and you nobody that's ever struck in the United States, something to that effect, has ever going to see a strike like what we're about to bring. And this is ultimately why he's not even listening or coming to the table. He's purposely doing this. Um, uh, my thoughts on it. He's more concerned with what the CEOs are taking, vice versa. But at the end of the day, a lot of these guys that, are in these contracts, this is what, they accept it. 40% is just, I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. And as long as this guy stays stubborn, the head of the union for the UAW, the longer this strike is going to go. The longer it's going
Right.
to go. And he's not budging. What do you got? You following that story, Kirk, or do you
Yeah,
run
I was
auto
seeing a
parts?
little piece of it today, but Tony was on the live yesterday. He mentioned it the first time I heard it from him, and I take a look at it, because he runs the he does a lane from Detroit to Grand Rapid and
Mm-hmm.
in between, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of people. I think that sometimes you gotta just push through to get maybe close to what you want. But you're
Mm-hmm.
right. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's not what you want, but you got to hold out. Because sometimes when you give in too easy, it's like today when I was saying on the live that a lot of people, when they see the load post, they just call and the broker say 17. That's what I got, and they take it. There's no
Mhm.
fight. There's no tussle. I think that sometimes you have to do that. And, if you're going to get pushed back, you just got to do it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Now, you might miss a few bills along the way, but you know what I mean? At the end, you're going to catch up, but you got to do it. I feel
Mhm.
like some of the time when you go against these big corporation, if you know, I mean, I know,
Mhm.
they're very stubborn. A lot of these guys, they pretty much act like they don't have ears. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it go on for a few weeks, and
Heavy Goodman, he's from Detroit. He says a week strike is about 25%. Right now it's 3 plants that said they're looking to expand into more plants, but
hmm
at the end of the day, what they want, what the government wants is everybody to be electric. You know what I'm saying? They want everybody to be electric. If this strike does continue, if it does spread, I just see the big three. They're gonna just Ford. Listen, Ford took out a loan not too long ago because they knew the strike was coming. So they cash flowed themselves a few months ago by taking out a loan. All right. So they knew it was coming. They wanted to make sure that they kept kept some cash flow. At the end of the day, if 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 this thing starts to spread to other plants, what I see happening is the big three, they're gonna borrow some money and they're going
hmm
to invest in robotics and a lot of things that they can replace humans to do that aren't already robotics that are in place now. They're just going to spread, they're just going to invest into more robotics and they're just going to start
hmm
eliminating humans altogether to just, not have to deal with this. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Tesla is probably, having a field day right now laughing because Tesla, isn't, unionized. Tesla isn't unionized, and the way Elon Musk has it set up, I believe Tesla employees make a lot. Well, I don't want to say a lot less. They make less money than the union guys from the big
hmm
three, but the Tesla guys are are they're incentivized with um not stock, but they're incentivized. I can't. I'm trying to get my words out. They're incentivized. I think they are incentivized with stock, but they're also incentivized. They're also incentivized with something else. I think they have some type of uh, it's something that they have in the company other than stock. But that's the
hmm
way Elon Musk has it laid out for them. And right now I know that they're just laughing at what's going on up there in Detroit right now, down in Austin, Texas, where the Tesla plant is. But ultimately, it's going to
hmm
be probably about a 2 3 day lag coming out of those plants for auto parts, and it's probably going to affect trucking. It probably is going to spread. Like Heavy Goodman said, right now it's only affecting 3 plants, I believe, up there. And it's supposed to spread to a few more plants by the end of the week. And ultimately, I think they want to just keep, spreading this and ultimately kind of cripple what the head of that union is trying to do is kind of just cripple and kind of make his mark. And I don't know, man. I don't know. You
hmm
got something you want to add?
No, you're right. You're right. Exactly. You're right. This whole entire electric thing, it's been in Congress. A lot of people talk about it. It's been swinging around. I know they
Mm-hmm.
ask a hard question: how are we gonna power so many cars if it ever become electric? And it's just a
Mm-hmm.
big debate about this whole electric thing. So
Well,
I don't know. We'll
yeah,
see, but
the
you know.
the infrastructure definitely isn't there. I could tell you in my market, and I'm in the third
Mhm.
largest market in the country, and there's not many. Well, Tesla charging stations. There's one, two. Let me
It's
see.
not a
There's
lot.
one. There's one on the south side. There's one by Midway Airport on 44th and Pulaski. There's one in the South Loop. There's one in Streeterville. There's one at the Kroger, Mariano's, and Belmont and Broadway. There's one at the Target on Elston. There's 2 at O'Hare Airport. And that's it for the city of Chicago. So about 7 or 8. And then there's more in the suburbs. So with all the Teslas that they're pushing, right? Because Elon Musk
Mm-hmm.
is steady dropping the prices on them. In my city, there's only 8. There's some more in the suburbs, but within the city of Chicago, there's only 8. So now third party charging stations like EVgo, Electrify America, ChargePoint, Blink, Volta, those level 2 and level 3 charging stations exist, but even still, they're not as prevalent as they should be with the influx of electric cars that are being sold. You see Teslas here like 40 going north. You see the BMW i series cars, the i3, the i8.
Right.
You got the Volvo. You got the Chevy Bolt and the Chevy Volt. A lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot of people. I think right now about 7%. What was it? 12. I can't remember the updated number. It's either 7 or 12% since the last time I checked it of Americans have electric vehicles. So the number is
Mm-hmm.
still very small. They want to try to get that number to about 50%, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken, by 2028, 2030, something like that. Because ultimately in 2035, they want, manufacturers have to cease production on gas combustible engines. So part of Biden's infrastructure bill was to go fully electric, green, but the infrastructure isn't there. They don't know how all these electric vehicles are going to get powered. And then another issue is how are these batteries going to get recycled? So there's a lot of things that that
Right.
they
Right.
haven't figured out yet. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, and they feel like, well, we got a few years before we'll cross that bridge when we get to it type of thing. But, you know, from what I'm hearing and what I'm researching is they don't know, if we go fully electric and the majority of the population has electric vehicles, how the grids, like, I don't think
How are they gonna manage?
the grid, how are they gonna, power all these cars? And then how are we going to recycle these batteries? They don't even have an idea how to recycle the batteries. So, there's a lot, that's going on right now. I think all of this is a part of the plan. I don't know what the plan is, but it's just strange to me how certain things, that are being pushed and how certain things come into play that ultimately force people into that direction anyway. So,
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll just have to sit back and see, man.
yeah.
Know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So that's one thing. Let's jump over to mentorships and courses, man. Mentorships and courses, man.
Yeah,
I've been
and
seeing the
that's
trend.
another thing I see taking a deep dive.
Man, I've been seeing a trend.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows I've been seeing a trend. I've been seeing a trend of people that had premium mentorships,
Mm-hmm.
premium courses. I'm talking about 5-figure programs. $20.
Get out of here.
$20. I saw a guy pushing a box truck mentorship on my Instagram, because your phones listen to you. So whenever you hear you talking, box truck. So I
Mm-hmm.
get all these ads, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. There was a guy who's paying for a sponsorship ad on Instagram. He's pushing his box truck course for $4.97.
$4.97. How is he
Four
doing that?
$4.97. There's another guy who was known for his 20,000. He either had a 20,000 or $30,000 mentorship. He's restructured his mentorship, which is smart. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not knocking it, but to go from $20,000 to a $20 a month subscription, yeah, the subscription based model is smart because it keeps people paying every month. And if you get a multitude of people, it's just like Netflix. Netflix has over 100 million people paying what, $16, $17 a month. So do the
Mm-hmm.
math on that. You get a couple hundred people, right, paying you $20 a month, you're still checking a bag monthly. Actually, you may be making more money than what you were making, charging people 20,000, because I mean, how many people are you going to get at a $20,000 mentorship, even during the height of the pandemic? Because
Mm-hmm.
20,000 might have been their whole PPP, right? But if you charge a person $20, and let's say you get 1,000 people paying you $20 a month consistently on a month-to-month basis, do the math on that. So the subscription-based model is good. You see a lot of corporate entities switching to the subscription-based model. I know I used to get a warranty, like a home appliance warranty,
Mm-hmm.
and you pay. Now they've even switched to a subscription-based model. They want $80 a month. So if
Right.
something breaks, they'll just come out and fix it. But what if nothing doesn't break? I'm paying
Mm-hmm.
$80 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying $80 a month, which is $960 a year, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, but if they have all their customers paying that $960 a month, a year, times thousands of customers, do the math.
Mm-hmm.
So this one guy went from a $20,000 mentorship to a $20. Obviously, we know why. The economy is messed up. The hype is over with. The interest in the space is just not there anymore. So for the people who are looking for that, he knows he's not going to be able to get a dub, a 20
Mm-hmm.
thou wow out of nobody in the times that we're in now. So reduce the price, put it on a subscription based model. But that just further reiterates what we always talk about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Are these people making money off their trucking business, or are they in it for just to push the product? Me, I don't do mentorships,
Push,
but
push. When you say push the product, I mean, I think they come in to just make money off, because
right, but it.
because most of the things that people say they buy is mostly the stuff that they say you can Google. And you have said it before
Mm-hmm,
that, you know, most of the stuff that people buying and even just basic information, like some of the stuff is just Google stuff. You know what I mean? And we see this all the time where people would say, well, I paid $300 for an ebook. I paid $600 for an ebook. I paid $800 for an ebook. And then
mm-hmm.
when they get the ebook, all the information, they already know it.
It's Googleable.
It's
Googleable.
Googleable. Right. So
Mm-hmm,
the thing is, but when they're selling that product, they don't make it sound like it's something that they can look up. You get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
And, you know, I mean, it's just income, and to listen to you say that now, that just
mm-hmm,
go back to what I always say. A lot of these guys need YouTube money, because without that YouTube check, without that subscription, without none of that stuff, they're not going to be able to survive. They're not going to be able to pay that bill. You get what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? And so this is where you have YouTubers who come on the internet and just promote all of their, stuff that they're selling, because truth to be told, YouTube is what paying for that car that they drive. You get what I'm saying? All
mm-hmm,
that standing up in a truck and keeping all these other nonsense and running around like you know what I mean, it's all just, that's how they get paid. That's how they do
yeah,
it. And I'm,
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you, people like that, sometimes when you see they start to drop their price, you can tell that these guys behind the scene, they're nervous. They get a lot of nervous breakdown. They worry a lot. You get what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Because now, when you start think about it, if you used to get in 20 grand and now you drop to $20,
mm-hmm,
it's like you got to come up with a plan
mm-hmm.
to keep some type of income coming in. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And
yeah.
so a lot
And
of
that's funny.
time people like that, they worry a lot. You know what I mean?
And that's crazy. I don't do mentorship. I do
Mm-hmm.
coaching consultation, and I've actually gone up on my price. Like I would never go down on my price. I don't
Never
care
change
what
my
what
price.
what 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 the economy. If anything, I'm gonna increase my price, because here's the thing. I don't do mentorship, but my coaching and my consultation, this is my years of experience,
Mm-hmm.
mixed with my education experience. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Why would I, if I have a price on something, why would I knock my price down? The value of it is the value of it. This is
Right.
not
Oh
this is not
man.
a good. It doesn't have an expiration date where you know what?
Right.
It expires, September 30th, 2023. So we need to mark it down so we don't have to toss this jar of jelly or this jar of peanut butter before expiring. So
Mm-hmm.
why don't we reduce it half price so somebody will buy it, and that way we won't lose. We at least get our money back. We break even, whatever the case, because when September 30th comes, by law we have to remove that off the shelf and destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
So the initial cost that we put into that jar of jelly or that jar of peanut butter is gone because we didn't push it, we didn't sell it before they expired. My information
Mm-hmm.
is my information. I've been through these years. I went to school for the business.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of the economy, and if there's not a multitude of people coming into the space, my information is my information, and this is what it cost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's funny, and it's just
Yeah, and I've
weird how
seen
20 grand to $20, that's a
big
big.
change.
But the
Yeah.
model is actually a good model because you get 1,000 people at $20 a pop consecutively month after month on the subscription based model. That's 20 grand.
Mm-hmm.
You got 1,000 people paying you $20. That's 20 grand a month. If you make
Mm-hmm.
it 20 grand a month, it's a lot of work because now the more people you have on this model versus having a high dollar amount, you're going to have less people you have to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lowering the dollar amount on a subscription based model for something like this at $20 is going to increase the amount of people, right? And if you're doing
Mm-hmm.
something like mentorship, that's people bugging you all day, all night. You're gonna have more people bugging you. So I don't even see how you can do a mentorship on a subscription based model at that price point. I just don't
But they
see
but
it.
they have but they have to do it because they got to keep that check coming in because they're relying on that check. You see, here's the thing that you always try to do, Mark, and I always tell you
Mhm,
that you're trying to take you're trying to I get it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody understand it like you,
mhm,
but you can't. I, you you can put your situation in their situation because see they don't have the mentality and the mindset and they're not structured like you. You get what I'm
mhm.
saying? You're smart. You don't got
Appreciate
no
that.
kids, you don't got no wife, you don't got none of that stuff. These guys they got a wife that's looking up to them, they got kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Your asset and your all that stuff that you got and everything that you have worked for, the only person answer to you is you.
mhm,
You get what I'm saying?
mhm,
So and go back to when way back when we did a live with one of the content creator and I
mhm,
asked this question about what if I specifically asked what if the industry that you're in should shift one day, and their answer was it's never gonna shift. They said it with confidence,
About
and
this
we saw
industry?
no about the industry that they were in.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And
Mhm,
we saw that industry shift.
mhm,
You understand? And so
mhm,
people have a tend to build and try to build foundation and stuff that they don't even have control over. See, you have
mhm,
control over your finance. You have control over stuff like that. But a
mhm,
lot of these guys, there's so much around them and there's so much that people that are relying on them that they can't, they have to figure it out constantly. That's why I told you they got nervous breakdown, they worry a lot, all of that stuff. And this is
mhm,
why, even though I do YouTube, I never make YouTube. I've never turned to YouTube, and I'm not saying people don't make millions of dollars on YouTube, but I
mhm,
believe that you have to master something to fully walk away from it to then generate an income from it. I'm not gonna leave
mhm,
my trucking business to come and start a YouTube channel knowing I got
mhm,
three more mouth to feed. That's what a
mhm,
lot of these people do, and we see that they fail. You get what I'm saying? and they have to ultimately go back to the original foundation of how to make money. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Most of those guys now are not posting contents no more because guess what? They realize that the pandemic money is not here no more.
Mm.
So what they do, they got to go back. You get what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
go into what is generating that income. While
Mm-hmm.
you on the other side, you own, you go to the gym, you pretty much you're living the life that there's no comparison. You get
But
what
that
I'm
goes
saying?
back to what I said before, you know what I'm saying? And and this isn't to knock anybody, especially if you're just not getting into the space, but it's honest in many different industries.
Mm-hmm.
This terminology that I'm about to use is said. Whenever something becomes popular and people start talking about it, the real money has already been made.
Right.
When people started talking about box trucking during the pandemic and pushed it, yes, people made a large amount of money
Mm-hmm.
during the pandemic because the rates were high due to the increase in volume. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people lacked the intelligence, or lacked the economic the economic background to know that ultimately, after all that was said and done, it was going to lead us to where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. So when I say, once people start talking about something, the real money has been made. The real money was made prior to the pandemic. The cost of
Right.
entry was low. The rates were, normal. A person could get in. I say it all the time. You go rent a box truck for $450 a week,
Mm-hmm.
10,
Yeah.
12 cents a mile, and they'll give you 1,500 free miles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So running, if let's say a person would have came in 2010 when I came in running the middle mile, they would already made a hell of a lot of money. They would already be in a space right now where their asset would be paid off. They have years of experience. Insurance would be, okay. Probably have a paid off truck. Years of experience to know how to move and maneuver around the industry. Have relationships. They
Right.
wouldn't be
Right.
going through this stuff. So the real money was already made. It's become popularized. Whenever something becomes popularized, the real money has already been made. It's just like when people start talking about a stock, or let's say a
Mm-hmm.
crypto. Once it
Right.
makes mainstream media and Twitter and stuff starts talking about it, the real money has been made. Like I had
Exactly.
this shit coin 2 years ago, Shiba Inu. I bought it. Same thing with Dogecoin. I bought it with like 7 or 8, 9 zeros in front of it. By the time they started pushing it on TikTok, it was down to 4 zeros. So I had already made money off deleting 4 3 4 zeros. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
ride the wave, but the real money has already been made for the people who have invested into this way earlier. So now you're getting in on the ride. When people get into something during the bandwagon, at any moment the bubble can burst. So if you're
Right.
investing in something during the bandwagon, at any moment the bubble can burst, and you're just now investing.
Mm-hmm.
You're just now investing off hype.
Exactly.
While the people who are in, let's say, pre-IPO or way early, have already made money, and they're still making money. And as the thing continues to rise, they're slowly divesting uh, what they've invested into it. They're pulling out. So every time
Mm-hmm.
something goes up, I pull a little bit out. Ride
Right.
it up, pull a little bit out. Ride it
Mm-hmm.
up, pull a little bit out. So same thing with trucking.
Yeah, and
Same thing with trucking.
I say this with the partial thing. I said, and I said it all the time, and I think it blow over people's head. I am on YouTube over a year.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing partial long before I came on YouTube. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So you're right. Now, if I'm doing partial, if I'm showing everybody else to do partial, and I'm doing it long before I get on YouTube, you know, like you said, the money already been made out of partial. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something that a lot of
Keep
people
talking,
don't know.
Kirk.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that when people start talking about it, like Mark said, the real money have been made. You get what I'm saying? And so a lot of the stuff that people promote on the internet, you just gotta pay attention to what's really makes sense and what doesn't make sense. A lot of these content creator who started out in a pandemic, and the price, they bumped the price up. I see content creator, their consultation was, let's say, 150. Now they change it to, they're running a special from 150 to $45. I've never done stuff like that. I've never done stuff like that. Mentorship, mentorship is $3,000, but they're giving away a monthly special of $800. Like, I never done stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Because like Mark said, the price is a price, and the value of what I'm giving you, I'm not gonna change it because of the price. I
Mm.
I actually
Hit that
I
like button.
actually I actually rather give away, one or two things than lower my
Mhm.
price to wheel people in. And it's just, I mean, a lot of people just they're not in it for the right reason. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They're not
yeah.
in it for the right reason. That's why so many people got respect for us, because we see, we're not like what they call that, what's that, the iguana that changes its color?
Chameleon.
Chameleon. We don't change its color. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We just the same thing. So a lot of people don't understand. Like, when you come out here, you really got to sift through people and get this. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
on the right track. You know what I
It's
mean?
just it's just crazy.
Yeah,
Cause I
20,000
just noticed it. I just
$1 million.
noticed it this weekend. Like, damn, cause I'm looking at all these ads.
I've been noticing you have people that
I
were
didn't notice
selling.
it.
Oh yeah, I see
I
people that were selling. Mark, you got people that were selling the ebook.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? For
mm.
for for 4.99, and they'll
four
tell you
hundred and ninety
now.
nine dollars or $4.99.
No, 499, and now they dropped the ebook down to $49. Remember the dude I told you that
Mm,
he called me and he goes, yeah, I bought a consultation from a content creator. They were
hmm.
running a special for $49 from
For a
150.
consultation?
Yes. A consultation from 150 to $49. They were running a special. And he said, yeah,
Nah.
I just get off the phone with such and such. And
I'd rather
it's
talk to you for
crazy.
free. I'd rather talk to
That's
you for
what I'm
free.
saying.
Because after the credit card processing and like what the hell I'm gonna do with $49? Where is the value of the time in exchange for the information for $49? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well,
So like, if I
you
had a
do it.
mentorship, if I did mentorship, and let's say I had a $15,000 price tag on my mentorship, if I value my mentorship at 15,000 and
Mhm,
people have paid for it, right? Because value is what a person is willing to pay for something. So if people have paid it, then that's the value of it. There's no
mhm,
way in the hell I'm gonna retrace that, especially
yeah,
that low. If the industry has taken a shift, then the industry has just taken a shift. But the
right.
value is the value. Now I understand putting things on sale and things like that, but you're talking about I haven't done the math, but 20,000 to $20. You know, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
that's
that's a dip.
that's a that's a big difference. But it also lets you know how much the interest has shifted. It lets you
Mhm,
know how much the interest has shifted. It lets you know that for a person to go down that much, they're not getting hit up that much. So you
mhm.
have to make the price very
Affordable.
appealing, not even
Yeah,
affordable. One appealing for a person to even show interest in possibly wanting to buy it. 20,000 in this economy is just not appealing.
another thing too, Mark, that I want to talk about also. I think that a lot of people who sell those type of mentorship, whether it's the 20,000 or the 5,000, I think that a lot of these guys, because they're not engaging with the people that they're selling. I
Mm-hmm.
think that once that word get out, because think about it, if somebody spend 5 grand with me, right,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say I just leave them on their own and they never make that 5 grand back, you
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have that issue to deal with. You get what I'm saying? But
Right.
if I'm a guy that get involved and I'm make sure that your truck running, make sure that you're booking that load, because that's what you pay for, right?
Right.
Especially you got people that are paying for a lease on, you got people that are paying for the full mentorship, all of that stuff. So if I'm not involved in someone's business to make sure that they're on the road, make sure that they're making that money, make sure all of that stuff, I think that is another thing that a lot of people started to open up their eyes about, because people are now paying these crazy money, but they're not making back the money. You
Mm,
get what I'm saying? If I
mm,
spend 20,000 with you, I need to make my 20 grand back plus
mhm.
make profit.
Yeah. And
But I
see,
think a lot of these guys are just feeding people the book work and feeding them a lot of information, but they're not involved with these people. You see
and
what I'm
I just
saying?
yeah, and I just don't see how a person is going to be, because once you lower the price to $20 on a subscription based model, that's going to open up the floodgates of more people, because that's a little bit more appealing, a little bit more affordable. A person is willing, I'll give $20, and if it doesn't work this month, I don't like it, I'll just cancel it the following month. But you're going to have an influx of people, and how are you going to be able to manage that many people? You know what I'm saying? For a mentorship, and when I look at this person's, like, the list of everything that's covered, I'm talking about a laundry list of stuff that's covered. And that's all fine and dandy, but to me it's just amazing how, within the matter of 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
how this whole thing shifted. And when I was telling people this last year, people were, making fun of me. The other content creator were
Can I
throwing their
ask you
little
a
jokes.
question?
Yeah, go
Let me
ahead.
ask you a question.
Yeah,
What if
what's
you
up?
had paid the 20 grand, right? And now,
Uh-huh. Who, me personally?
yeah, what if you had paid the 20 grand and now the same mentorship has been offered for $20 a month? How would you feel?
Those people that charge that much, and I'm gonna say a little bit without incriminating
Oh
myself,
man.
but those people they want to be celebrities, so they do meet and greets. They're very public with where they're going to be, their location. If I
Right.
got to invest into a meet and greet to get the location, then use your imagination. $20,000 is something that I'll crash out for, or I'll put some paper up to have somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money, bro. That's a man. I can go buy like I can go buy a 89 box, a frame, like a 89 box Chevy. I can go get like an old Cutlass, just the frame, just the shell. I can go get an old Cutlass for 20,000. It's things that can be done with 20,000. It's
But
twenty
that's what I'm
thousand.
saying. If you,
Hold on, Kurt. 20,000 and 150. I'm gonna be like, damn, they got me. I
oh
might
man,
try to
they got
troll them a
you.
little bit on the internet. You know what I'm saying? 150, I'm gonna let that go. 20,000, you can't let that go, Kurt. You can't let that go. You
So
can't.
if a
You
guy,
can't. You can't let that go. I'm sorry, man. We gonna have to go to one of these meet and greets. I'm gonna get the team
oh
together.
man,
What's the meet and greet? $100. We're gonna spend $1,000 on 10 tickets.
oh man, you see, you got
No,
the,
we're gonna spend $1,100 on 10 tickets, because you know how you got to do it. You got to have one guy holding the camera, because it's got to get put on camera.
oh man, you see
You know
your
what I'm
boys in
saying?
the, you see your
So,
boy, you see you got your boys coming out. You
hey,
support.
hey, hey, 20,000,
Oh man,
20,000. Listen, certain little money. If you got treated like a goofy, if you got treated like a goofy for
come on
some
man,
a
let's stop it in
smaller
the
amount of
line.
money, for a
Let's
small
get
amount of money, you can let that go. But a lot of people ain't letting $20 go. They ain't letting 10,000 go. Some
oh
people crash
man,
out for a nickel. Some
this
people
guy is
crash out for a
something else,
nickel.
man. Man,
Especially
you
if they ran through all their PPP money and they out here messed up right now. It's a lot of people out here messed up right now, Kirk.
Bart, there's a lot of people think you was a nice guy, man. Come on, man.
No, I am a nice guy. I'm telling you. But see, I'm not going to get sent off like that. I'm not going to get nobody 20,000 to
Oh
tell
man.
me something. No,
Oh man, this guy, man. Oh
no.
man.
These guys, they
Oh
gave them their
man.
money and then they threw it right back in their face with the cars and the trips and
Right.
everything else. You know what I'm saying? Go look at these guys before the pandemic came. Go dig up their old Instagram photos. They weren't wearing Louis. They weren't wearing
Right.
Gucci.
I told you.
They weren't driving foreigns. They was looking dusty. hey, hey,
Oh,
hey,
this guy's on
hey, man,
fire
hey,
tonight, man.
it's like they got a record deal overnight, man. They just went from ashy to classy, ashy to classy overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
They they
man.
they ran up the bag off the ignorance of people. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people that spent the dub or spent the salt buck, you
I
dig what
can't,
I'm
man.
saying? And
Hey man, wait till
they
about
feel like
5.
they got taken advantage of. I'm like,
Mhm.
here's another. I'm like, why are y'all complaining? They're right there. I'm like, he's right there. Just go to the page. He's saying he's doing a open meet and greet. Well, what are you complaining? What are you telling me for? He's right there. Go do something. What are you telling me
Oh, man,
for?
you get it started.
Hey, man, posted up, goddamn meet and greets. What are you telling me for? He's right there. Go do something to him. I'm
Oh man,
saying though,
you started a Wise Man
bro.
podcast like this, bro.
Hey man, it's episode 1, man. We gotta turn it up. We gotta turn it
Oh
up,
man,
man. We gotta
look at
turn
the
it
chat,
up.
man. That people tell you to cool it
Hey, hey, man, listen. But am I lying? Am I lying?
Oh man, that people in the live tell you to cool it
But
down,
but
man.
Kurt, am I lying?
No, you ain't lying.
So that's why I tell people like, yo, that's your
Guys,
fault.
man.
You bought it. But the people ain't hiding. They right there. See, right there. Go to the Instagram, November 2nd, meet and greet. Atlanta, meet and greet. Miami, meet and greet. Indianapolis.
Oh,
The guy
man.
came to Indianapolis. Meet and greet here, meet and greet there.
No, man.
Go
You
get your
can't start the Wise Man like this.
go get your 20,000 back.
Oh boy.
Go get your 20,000 back.
That's crazy. Oh man. Them people in the live, man, they tell you to cool it down, man. Oh man.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right there. I mean, they promoting meet and greets. These guys want to be celebrities. They're celebrities in the space.
Right.
So they're public figures in the space.
Mark said public figures.
I just gave you the.
They're the box truck senators.
Yeah, they famous in the space. I'm not famous in the space. They're famous in the space.
He said that the box truck senators are
I'm just little old Mark, but don't tell me to cool down. You asked me what I would do.
Oh man!
If I was in that situation, I'm not in that situation. I'm not going to be in that situation because I'm not going to do nothing like that. But you know,
everybody
when people come,
you was a nice guy, man. You quiet.
I am a nice guy. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not a victim.
Oh man!
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling people when they ask me, man, Mark, you know, I'm like, well, go get your money back. How can I, man, doing a meet and greet? Just go ask him. I'm not saying go do nothing. Just go ask him for his money back. Just go ask him.
They gonna beat him. Oh man! And people in the live think you were a better guy than that, man.
I'm giving advice. Go get your money back, pimp.
Oh man! Nobody
don't you know? Don't you know when you was a shorty and not like some random guys, but you get your bike taken from somebody down the street, like somebody 4 or 5 years older. You take your bike, but you know he live down the street. You run home crying. This never happened to me. I'm gonna give an example. Mama, man took my bike. Man took your bike. Get my shoes. Get my shoes. You walk down there. And your mama take you down there. You may have to fight. She may just get the bike back, but the money, you go down there and retrieve it. You know who took it. So you at least make the attempt. You don't go telling everybody else that this person got you because there's nothing. What do you want? What do you want? What do they want you to do, Kirk? What do they want me to do?
No, man. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I got my own issues. I got my own issues I got to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
So go get your money back.
Go get your money back.
Pay attention. You know, so
driving around in Lamborghinis and stuff.
No, I ain't seen nobody in no.
You don't see the YouTuber that go to Lamborghini and rent the Lamborghini?
No, I missed that one.
Oh yeah,
I missed that one, Kurt.
Oh yeah, in the box truck space.
Hey, I missed that one.
Mm-hmm. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, I've been seeing that people dropping the price. The price is the price over here, but the price is not the price over there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
There's a lot of deal given away now in the box truck
yeah,
space.
yeah,
You
man.
know
Get
what
you a
I mean?
deal. It's a lot of affordable
So you would leave.
mentorships. You know,
You say you would buy 10 tickets for $100.
Kurt, if that happened to me, whatever we needed to do to go at least retrieve it, or whatever we
Uh-huh.
need to do for to satisfy whatever ideas I lost, whether it's exposing them and
Mm-hmm.
certain things I can't talk about over the internet, but
Mm-hmm.
$20,000 is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we just make sure we have some bond money on deck. And
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you something, man. I know people that give you a menu. Like you go to a restaurant, man. It's people I know that give you a menu.
Hey man.
You want a broken arm,
Hey, you
250.
got
Broken leg, 500.
guys. Hold on. Hold
Hey,
on.
so on and so forth.
Hey guys, this is not the word of Cookie Fresh. This is the word of Market Mentor. Let me just make a disclaimer, man.
Oh yeah, disclaimer, man. This
anything,
is all.
anything
Listen,
said on the Wise Man
this is
podcast is
this is
solely
all.
the right
This is
mentor.
all entertainment. This is entertainment, man.
Oh man,
Don't pay us no mind. This is all
I'm
entertainment. This
backing
is
out
all
on this
entertainment.
one.
Don't
Oh
back
man,
out. Kurt, you run around with a hammer. Don't get scared now. You supposed to be the toughest guy with the hammer. Don't get scared
I
now.
say you can get a menu, a broke foot, a broke hand.
Hey, Kurt, ain't nobody coming to Chicago. They go everywhere else. They don't come to Chicago. I
Oh
ain't
man,
got no. I listen. Here's the thing. You asked me if $20,000. If I
right,
felt ripped off, if I bought a mentorship, $20,000 is not something I'm gonna let go lightly.
right.
150, 250, $300.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to take that hit, man. You're gonna be upset. You might want to troll them on the internet.
Right.
20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 8,000. Bro, just think about how much can be done with that.
No, I know.
So,
But you a nice guy, so if they rip you off, nobody
I'm
expected
not,
to
I'm
go get
not,
a menu.
I'm not gonna get ripped off like that because I know better. I'm
Or
not a
say
middle, I'm not, I'm not.
you're gonna book 10 meet and
Check this out.
greet.
Check this out. I don't have a middle American mentality. I'm always on
No
it. I'm
man.
always privy and aware and situationally aware just
Right,
because of the upbringing, the background, and the environment that I come from. It's
right.
just like the conversation that we had last week, and a gentleman tried to, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to say this now. So when
Oh
I
man.
was advising somebody, it wasn't based on that person as the individual. It was based on the mentality of the person who's been wrong. You don't know what
Mm-hmm.
the mentality of the person has been wrong. So you have to
Right,
make yourself aware. I'm not a
right.
bad guy, but
Mm-hmm.
if I'm running with someone who is a bad guy and he does bad things to people, that person is situationally aware of how they move because they know I do a lot of wrong to people. So I don't club, I
Mm-hmm.
don't go to events with a lot of people because I could run into somebody that I might have robbed or did something to. Those people move like they do bad things to people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a good person and you're around a person who does bad things, they can't catch the bad person, they'll catch you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not about you, it's about the person that has been wrong because a person
Mm-hmm.
can be wrong and they have that mentality of, you know what? I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. Until I get my money back, everybody in that crew, they got to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm saying like that. So I wouldn't spend that type of money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just aware. I can read. And that's why I always use the 3-card Molly example. I'm not finna play 3-card Molly. I see I see the scam. I know
Right.
why the chick keeps winning. Because she's part of the lick. She's part of the scam.
Right.
He gonna be doing this real slow, and then everybody walks up. The tourists walk. Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. Yeah, come on here, try. How much you got? Oh yeah, put it up. 100. Put the 100 up. Real slow. Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
won 100. Bet it right back. Double or nothing. Bet it right back. They might
Right.
let you win the double or nothing. Bet it all right back. Just play it all. Next thing you know, it's gonna go from this to that. Where's that? Whole time it ain't no ball under there, none of them. He's slick. He cold with it. He done already cuffed the ball. He already got the ball in his ass crack somewhere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now it went the smiley face and turned from a smile. This is a great game. We giving away money to the stone face like this.
Right.
Give me that shit. Wait,
Right.
what happened?
Right.
What happened? They walking up. Wait, hold on, wait. Man, get your ass off me.
Right.
I'm in the cut, peeping the whole play. Old girl that was winning at first, she part of the play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not naive.
Right.
When you see people that are from New York, Chicago, LA, Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
places like that, they don't really fall for stuff like that, bro.
Right.
I could walk down the street and tell if a person walking towards me if he on BS or not. I could tell by the way they walking.
Right.
I could tell by the smirk. You know, people when they on bullshit, they get that little smirk, like they on bullshit smirk.
Mm-hmm.
Or instead of walking in a straight path, they position themselves to walk in the angle, the corner. It's a lot of things just growing up in certain environments that you're just privy to information where you know how to move.
Right.
Here, you can't drive here and not being, you can't comfortably drive and 10 and 2 and red light. No, when we get to a red light here, your head working. You in the mirrors.
But remember the time when I called you and I asked you where I was in Chicago and you described where I was?
Uh-huh.
Remember that I was in a different part of town and I said, Mark, where am I? And you described where I'm at.
Okay, I
You
don't
know what I
remember,
mean?
but yeah.
Yeah, over by the next neighborhood. There's a different type spot in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, you was in Brighton Park. Yeah.
Right. And you describe
Yeah.
over there to me.
Yeah, it's rough over there, bro.
Yeah.
That's the
And
S,
then
that's the essays, the SDs over there.
yeah, and then when we was in the club the night, remember when I was in the club the night,
Mm-hmm.
and I had my phone on and we were in the club and the guy said, "You're a YouTuber, right?" Because he was in the remember that guy? And I'm like, yeah, but we're on YouTube. And he's like, oh, all right, you're good. Like he doesn't want to be seen on camera.
Yeah, because he probably got a warrant. probably got a warrant. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
so
that's what you were telling me. You say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they don't just you don't just people don't in Chicago don't just be walking up in cameras like that.
No, because he might have a warrant. He might have a warrant, anything, and you live and you never know who's watching. He could be a wanted man. He could have ops. A lot of people don't go live because they have, ops or, they'll take pictures of stuff and then they'll post it after they leave. You never know who's watching. So you gotta be careful. So just getting back to the whole mentorship thing, it's the same situation. You just have to, know how not to be deceived. And it's unfortunate. Some people just have it and some people don't. Some people's upbringing and background and their environment, trains them to be this way. Some people grow up, are more fortunate. Some people are more fortunate, right? Some people are more fortunate and they're just not situationally aware because of, they are more fortunate. But then what happens is they get in an environment where, they can't read the room, right? Or they get into a situation they don't know how to react, or they don't know how to respond. So same thing with this, like there's no way on God's green earth. So it's hard to kind of say, Mark, what would you do in that situation? Because I would never be in that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would never be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna spend that type of money on no mentorship. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even charge that much, 20 grand for me. The most I would probably go is 15, and I probably wouldn't even go that much. I'm too, I wouldn't do that. Because I for me to do that and charge that much if I were to ever do one, which I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to make myself accessible 24 hours a day. And I've repeated this over and over and over again. I don't want to be that accessible, which is one of the
Right.
core main reasons why I refuse to do it. Even when people
Right.
ask me,
Right.
I've
Right.
had people hit me up behind the scenes
Right.
and
Right.
say, you know what, can you do it? I won't tell nobody. And I say no. And when I tell them
Mm-hmm.
no, they say, man, that's why I like you. You solid. Even behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
you standing firm.
Right.
No, I'm not doing it because I don't want to. I just don't want to make myself that accessible. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I don't want to feel guilty if someone calls me in the middle of the night and I'm just in a deep sleep and I don't answer, and then I call them back in the morning. They're like, man, Mark, I tried to call you. I was in a situation. I just don't want to go through that. I don't need the money. So it's just not that serious for me. But no,
Yeah.
I would never do that. I wouldn't do it, Kirk. I just wouldn't
Right.
do it.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, everybody know Mark the mentor, man. All right. Don't mess with Mark when it comes to this money, because you
look
might
at look
lose
look
a
look at
limb.
Kelvin Birch. Look at Kelvin Birch talking about Chicago, Cicero and Madison. What you know about Cicero and Madison? What you know
Cicero
about
and
Cicero
Madison.
and Madison? Cicero and Harrison. He naming West Side cross streets.
Okay. Kevin
Rich
Bird.
808 talking about Washington Park. Washington Park used to be the spot where the car clubs used
Mm-hmm.
to pull up back in the day.
Yeah, somebody in the
F-
live today saying, was it Evansville is close to STL?
Evansville is close to St. Louis. Yeah,
Okay.
that's down. That's downstate, son.
Man, I'm telling
Yeah,
you, man.
yeah.
Yeah, but the people in the chat, man, they know not to mess with you now. We get it.
About messing with me, I ain't ripping nobody off. Can't mess with somebody who ain't ripping nobody off. You asked me if what I do, and I said 20,000 is hard to let go, Kirk.
Oh
That's hard to
man.
let go. That's man. How many car notes is that? How many months of mortgage is that? How many? Man, dude, like that's a trip for 10 to Disney World. It's a lot of things I can.
Right.
You can do a lot with 20,000. Dude, I can go buy a '89
Mm-hmm.
Caprice Classic Broham, just the shell, with 20,000. It's a
Right.
lot of things that I can think about that I can do that's productive
With 20 grand.
with 20 grand. I eat 150. I eat 200. I eat 300. I might even eat 500.
Right.
Me personally, you ask me 20,000, man. I wouldn't be able to sleep, Kurt.
Mm-mm-mm.
Even if I didn't go visit, somebody would have to go visit, inquire. I would send somebody to go visit and inquire.
Right. Oh yeah, we know that now.
About my
we know,
20 about
we,
$20.
we know you'll
And
go
and
and
I
get
and
the
I and I'm not saying it's nothing like that. What you trying to make it out to be? At first, it would be a conversation. Look, man, I feel like the value wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you 20,000. You know what I'm saying, man? I need that back.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they were like, you know what, it's still, you bought it. I give you 15 back, 16, 17, 18. I might, you know what I'm saying, consider that. 20,000. A conversation got to be had. Something has to be had before, we're going to start with a conversation first. So that's like what I tell people when they ask. I'm like, well, man, go get your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how? Well, they right there. No, Kirk, I'm serious. Like, all you got to do is go instant. They're right there. They haven't.
Oh,
they're right there, dog. Just go.
Not everybody got the menu you got, man.
But see, this is what I don't understand. When they come to you and they come to me and they go to other people, and I'm like, what are you coming to us for?
Oh man.
What do you want us to do? Just go ask them for your money back. They're right there.
You should go ask for them.
Why everybody wants to drop the link tonight, man? It's like 5 people say drop the link.
Oh man. Because
drop the link.
Oh man. Mark is on fire tonight, guys.
Hey, one thing you can't do, you can't rip nobody off and be a public figure and think you just can't. You got to be fair with people, bro. because you never know who you're ripping off. So
Right.
20,000 is a lot of money, Kirk. It's a lot of
Yeah.
money. A lot of
Oh
money,
man,
man. It's a lot
this
of money,
guy,
man.
this guy fire, man.
A
Hey
lot of
guys,
money, man.
hey guys, anything is said on this channel is not the word of Cricky Fresh. It's
What?
strictly Mark the Mentor.
All I said was, man, go get your money back. Stop coming to me and Kirk.
Right there. Oh man.
Ain't nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do.
Oh man.
Just go get your money back.
Yeah, we see Nightcrawler in the live. He wants you to drop the link.
Man, a few
Yeah.
people said drop the link. He did. Axel did. Who else did? Trapped in a Box did.
Oh, Axel was there. I didn't see Axel there.
About 3 or 4 people said. Axel said
The
drop
live
it.
went and man, look, I don't even see certain people comment because you started to talk about this and the whole place just light up, man. There was so many people going back and forth.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I didn't say nothing wrong. I don't see any.
The
I
chat
just
was
see-
quiet listening, and then you just went off, man, and everybody just started to like go crazy in the chat. So you know, everybody
Cons Logistics. Cons Logistics say I stayed in Chi-Town for some years, from Albany to Humboldt to Uptown. No matter where I was at, it was not a pleasant stay. Definitely was on my P's and Q's. Yeah, you better be on your P's and Q's.
It's crazy.
You better be. But yeah, we'll drop the link for a few people, man. We see like 3 or 4 people. Let's move on to another topiip, man. Let's move on to another topic, man. So
here we go again. Now he's gonna really get into you guys.
All right, go get. Hey, Kurt, you ain't got soft all of a sudden from season 1 to season 2. Last season, you was talking about this hammer and how you beat a guy with a hammer and you didn't do no jail time because of who you are. And I'm still trying to figure out who you are, but now I don't know.
I'm trying to be you tonight, man. I'm trying to be the old you tonight.
Hey, Kurt,
listen,
you in a good space in life. You married, you got a beautiful family. I met your family, man.
Man.
You doing good, but I didn't say nothing bad. I just told people go get your money back. I didn't tell them how to go get their money back. I didn't say go do
the chat. The chat. Listen, if we go back to the conversation, go rewind it, man. The chat was quiet.
Hey man.
You went on fire when you start talking, man. Oh man.
I ain't say nothing wrong. I just said go get your money back, pimp.
Look, you know, somebody said that they need $250 for a tour or something like that.
Somebody need 250 back. You don't have to chop that 250 up. If you got screwed out of 250, man, you just need to go ahead and take the L on that, man. Man, I would have to get my Tommy Egan and Ghost on for 20K. Hey man.
Oh man. Let's move on, man.
Hey, they said if you can't retrieve the money, you do 20K in damages. Hey man. See, they saying I ain't said nothing. All I said is they right there. Go get your money back.
Man.
That's all I said. Let's move on, man. So man, earlier, man.
Mark is on fire, guys.
Hey man, earlier, man.
Welcome back to the Wise Man Podcast, episode 2.
Hey man. Hey, it gets very it gets very controversial, man. Sometimes it gets very controversial, and I mean, we say the things that a lot of people want to say but can't say it or don't want to say it. So it is what it is, man. I'm not worried about it, Kurt. You not worried, are you? You good?
You me? No,
you good
I'm good, man.
I'm good. Yeah, you straight. We good over here.
I'm a guy, man. You know, I got a bigger season. I got a bigger armor for this season.
Okay. All right. So look,
you know, I rock with you, man. You know,
okay.
You know, I'm gonna be, you know, I'll be there.
I told you when the smoke come, Kurt, back to back. Even if you wrong, Kurt, I'll tell you in the car. But you know, we gonna fight. We gonna fight.
Let me say this to people. Let me say this. Believe it or not, right? Mark never shows up by himself when he meets you in Chicago. Even if he shows up standing alone, he's never alone.
You saying too much, man. You talking too much, man. It's time to go to the next topic, man. It's time to go to the next topic.
This guy is something else, man.
It's time to go to the next topic, man.
All
right, so let's talk about you had a live earlier that was very interesting. And then it got really interesting with one broker. One broker revealed some information that if it becomes a trend, it could be very detrimental to the middle mile lane for box truckers. So what I want to do now is I want to replay that call with the broker. And then after we play that call with the broker, I want to come back and have a conversation based on what we heard. All right. All right. So let's play. Let's play. Matter of fact,
You want to
go
put
ahead
it
and
up?
go ahead and play it. Just play it. I think we can hear it. I don't even need to share it. Just play it.
You
You
hear
hear
it?
it? Yeah, we hear it.
Not getting
Y'all hear
anybody.
it? Y'all
All
hear
right,
it?
let's try this out of load right here. Let's try this one. Extension 68. Man, I thought I was starting this thing early so we can get a lot of people, but seems like everybody's trying to get out of the office. All right, let's see. We're gonna try and get some. I'm gonna try and get.
Calling TMC Logistics. If you know the extension of the person you are calling, please enter it now.
All right, so the extension is 6877. Let's see.
TMC, this is Mike. Can I help you?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Man, you know it is, man. I'm trying to get a load so I can get out of here for tomorrow. I see you got one out of New Haven going down to North Carolina.
Yeah. Let me see if I could still. When would you want to pick that up?
I would have to grab it tomorrow. It looks like it's 2 U-box, man. I'm trying to get about.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I could get some to get out of here.
Yeah, I could check on that. What's your MC number?
My MC?
Yep.
You muted it, right?
Yeah,
you fast forward.
MC.
Yeah, because I think you forgot to click it back on. Okay.
He's back. He's coming back. He was verifying some stuff.
Yeah, you had it on mute for like a minute. I thought you had forgot to put it back on.
Yeah, no, he was verifying some stuff. Let me see if
And that'll change in the
There you
future,
go.
but at this point, we're not able to work with straight trucks.
Why? What happened? You guys used to use straight trucks?
A lot of carriers have been double brokering on there, and it's gotten to a point where it's become such an issue that we're not able to work with them at all at this point.
You stop work with straight? When do you guys stop work with box truck?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday
or Friday. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you. Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
I know a couple during the pandemic, were you using a lot of box truck?
I really wasn't. Well, yeah, probably. I mean, we were using them up until last week, and it just became such an issue on there that our company decided not to work with them at all.
Oh
for the
man!
Time being.
So yeah. I gotta get me a semi then.
Yeah, well, there's other people that'll work with you, but yeah, at this point, we just had so many issues that we had to stop working with them.
What are some of the issues you have with them, if you don't mind?
Double brokering. So there's carriers that'll double broker them. They'll pick them up on straight trucks and then combine several loads with others on straight trucks, and it causes delays and damages, and carriers weren't getting paid, and it's just a mess. So they decided that for the time being, we're not able to work with box trucks.
Okay. All right, boss. Okay. I appreciate it, man.
Right,
Thank you.
Bet, man. Take care.
All right. Man, I thought I was going to get that load, man. They can't use my box truck. They don't use box truck since last week. This is what I've been telling you guys. Box truck drivers come out here. You know what I mean?
You could cut it, Kurt. Cut it.
And so, yeah.
So, if that becomes a trend, amongst brokers, then that box truck middle mile lane is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and we start to see a lot of that also, because even in the same live today when I was doing it, you would see I would read in some of the comment section say no box truck, even though the load was described as a regular load. So it start to happen. I don't think a lot of people really peeping it the way that they seen it. It kind of like right now start off to be like one of those things where it's kind of like per broker. You get what I'm saying? But you start to see an increase in people stop using a box truck because of the same thing that he described, talking about people picking up multiple load, damaging the load, um double brokering the load, not showing up on time because they're trying to take multiple load on the truck at once. Just a whole different type of issue that been going on. And see, the pandemic have contributed to a lot of these box truck coming out here and making bad decision, bad business move, bad, just a whole bunch of stuff, Mark, that just now after the pandemic is clear, and those people is not even here. Most of those people is not even here no more. You get what I'm saying? And so
Yep.
for a new carrier that coming into business now and trying to get his foot in, if he call that type of broker right there, what if he's in Connecticut and he wants to get that load? Now, that's one broker that never gonna ever use a box truck. But I think a lot of people not really taking it as serious as how he's taking it, because he was very adamant.
Yeah.
And if you listen to what he said, our company stopped using box truck. But if you look at the live today, there were other companies that would put in a notation, don't, if you have a box truck, don't even call us. You see what I'm saying?
So it's already becoming a trend then. So it's not if it becomes a trend, it's already becoming a trend.
It's already. Yeah.
So
But who's gonna be hit the worst with it, I think, is a lot of the new carriers. A lot of the new carriers.
Well, right
are
now
gonna hit.
they're basically saying no box truck at all, regardless of whether you're new or not.
Right, but the reason why I say new carriers is because if I'm out here a year, at least I can build some relationship with some existing brokers. So if I build, let's say I build relationship with 5 guys, but then over here, companies, let's say a couple companies are not using, majority of the companies are not taking box truck. If I build my relationship 5, 6 different brokers, you get what I'm saying? Then I can move around because those guys already build a trust with them. You understand what I'm saying? And so they know I'm not gonna damage your stuff. They know I'm not gonna show up late. They know I'm not gonna do all of these stuff that this guy just described. You understand? But the new guys who are coming in, they're gonna have an issue. They're gonna have a big issue because they don't have no relationship. You understand? You just putting your foot through the door. Nobody's gonna give you no load. So if now everybody's saying no box truck, I tried to book a load a few weeks ago, right? And when I told the lady I got a box truck, she said I got to send over the VIN number. You get what I'm saying? And she said she got to check the insurance. So she apparently somehow used the VIN number to verify if insurance was on the truck. You understand what I'm saying? But people are not talking about this.
Jay Gunn said that was a fake call you made. I don't do middle miles, and I don't think Kirk would make a fake phone call.
How am I making fake calls when I'm showing the board with the numbers?
I don't know. Somebody in the chat trolling,
The board.
saying we negative. I don't know.
All right, take this. Let's do this. Put
I
the
was on
screen up.
I was on your live when you called him earlier.
No.
You
Put the
called a
screen up.
multitude of brokers.
No,
So
put the
he just
screen up.
all right.
Put the screen up, Mark.
All right.
Put the screen up. Put the screen up. Pull the screen up. The Black Highlight Company. That's the company. The number is 1-800-340-8255. 2994 extension 6877. Call him tomorrow. That's the number. I was showing the board and picking the numbers and picking the random companies. You get what I'm saying?
Why would he make up a fake call to
Why would I do that?
Have someone fake say that they don't accept box trucks anymore? There's
Right.
plenty of companies on the load board that say no box trucks.
Right.
So there's
the
companies
numbers
that
are
say
here.
like, why would he make that up? I don't get it, man. But it is what it is, you know.
So, and this is
When,
why.
hey, when people said you can make $1 million in a box truck, did you tell them that was capped too? Because I was literally on Kirk's live earlier when he called about 10 to 12 brokers, and this particular broker said we no longer deal with box trucks. So I don't know. So whoever this is, they just ain't got nothing else better to do, you know.
They say I'm being negative. No, every time
said,
he try to bring
they
truth,
said we're negative. He said both of us. He said
but we're hearing it from
negative.
the guy who's saying that his company's not using box truck no more. They're describing what the cause of that. You think some guy's gonna call and say, yeah, we're gonna spread some negative news about the box truck business? Like, what benefit is that gonna do for them? You get what I'm saying? Like, and this is why, and it goes back to some time. This is why, and I talked to you about this today before I did this live. It's like, if you do or you damn. It's like if you show people this is why my wife go back, and this is why Kenisha always right. This is why my wife said, do not prove anything to nobody, because if you come on live, you make the call, somebody gonna say it's not real. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. This is why you know this whole proving thing on the internet. This is why
you just played the call. You just did an experiment early calling people. We just replayed the call here, and you got two people in here that are upset. I don't know for what. We can't determine, or if they don't want to accept box trucks, that's just one company. We're just playing, and we said if this becomes a trend, it may be trouble. That's it. If you're supposed to be prepared, right. You're supposed to hope for you're supposed to hope for the best and prepare for the worst anyway. So it ain't really no big deal. I don't understand, but that goes back to I see that. Nothing. Forget it. I ain't got nothing to say, Kurt. I'm ready to move on to the next topic.
Somebody in the live said today, right? And this is Steve from New York. This is what Steve said. He said, I saw this going to be a problem. This is why I get a semi. He said he saw it coming.
But here's the thing, Kurt. The pandemic and the people that came in during the pandemic, a lot of things that group of people did have changed the landscape and the way the middle mile and just box trucking is. Look at the rental truck companies. Prior to the pandemic, you could just walk in a rental truck company, pay for the damn truck, whatever they charge you, $500 a week, 15 cents a mile, 1,000 free miles, and that was it. They didn't require you to be 2 years in business. Some places say you got to be a brick and mortar. Some places they require you to put a down payment now. None of that existed. You know why they started that? Because people came into the business during the pandemic. They invested in something that they didn't understand. They rented these trucks, and as soon as the gas went up and the rates started to correct themselves, they weren't cash flow. So they didn't have enough money coming in to pay their bills. So instead of doing the right thing and bringing the truck back and saying, you know what, I failed, let me run my bread back up and try again, they went on the lam with the box truck. The rental truck companies were calling them, telling them, return our equipment. They were still going to Amazon. They were still running loads. They weren't paying because they were hitting their cards, and their cards were declining because they had no money in there. So then ultimately the rental truck companies had to start putting these trucks on the hot sheet, reporting them stolen. And this is why they changed how you go about renting a box truck. They made the stipulations to rent a box truck more tougher. So this is not negative. These are facts. The influx of people that came into the space during the pandemic a lot of those people didn't have a business mentality. They had a hustle mentality. They didn't operate as a business. If you don't have the money to pay for a truck, the right thing, the moral thing to do would be return the truck. But there was a multitude of people who didn't do that. Mm-hmm. So that's why the rental truck industry will never be the same. This is why this broker is saying that. And with a combination of the double brokering. Double brokering is a real thing right now. So how is that?
Right.
How is the call fake that he made and how is it negative? Double brokering is a thing. He clearly said because of the double brokering. I think he said something about parceling. Stuff is coming damaged. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of stuff that was coming up damaged during the pandemic. It was a lot of people running from Amazon that was taking loads and not dropping the freight off. Some people was dropping the freight off outside. The post office was closed. They was dropping the freight outside. It was a lot of damaged freight because you had a large amount of new entrants into the space that weren't properly trained and they didn't know how to secure their loads. It's plenty of videos on YouTube for people that came into the space during the pandemic showcasing how the whole load tipped over inside the truck. Mm-hmm. So, you know,
they're gonna kick this Till guy out the live, man, because he's going in on everybody. So they're gonna get him out the live.
Who that?
You got the same guy that says we're making fake calls. They're gonna kick him out the live.
It's two guys. It's D Manning. I know D Manning arguing with somebody else, but I think he did say something.
Him and the other guy.
Yeah, well, the other guy stopped talking. Well, I don't know if did they kick him out?
They're going to kick him out.
This is a game of relationships and networking. No, wait, hold on. Let me see something. I'm trying to find it. He said, y'all are always negative, y'all too. Yeah. D Manny, I have brokers contracting me and I have a new authority. I do play Madden. No. I don't think he did anything. I don't know if that's the same person just flipping screen names, but
I don't worry about these people, man.
Yeah,
we can go through this whole. We can go through this whole. We can go through this whole call where even the broker, right, Mark?
Yeah,
it was broker that was saying that they only got $300, and I said, if I do it for $500, would they give it to me? And he said yes. He jumped from 3 to 5. So where did $200 come from? What about the TQL guy that I called that was offering $700? But then I get him up to $1,350, and then he said, yeah, you know. And somebody said in the comment section, well, if he doesn't have 13 in the load, why is he even entertaining the conversation? Because if it's 700, it's 700. You're going to stick to that 700. What about the guy that have the 17 and I get him up to 1950? You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, man, listen, man. This is why I go back again and say, like, you come on the internet and this is what it's like you want to show people stuff, but then it's like you don't want to show them. You get what I'm saying?
He said he's the same person. He said he is the same person. What you are saying doesn't apply to everyone. I just started 4 weeks ago and I stay busy. I guess he's replying to what you said when you said it's going to be a problem for new people. So,
Okay. So is he start with a contract? Because there's guys out here now that are struggling with their MC number just by their brokers out here. Amazon need 180 days. We read one of the comment today in the comment section. They say our authority must be 180 days. We read it. Mm-hmm. So not because you come and you might slip through the cracks mean that that's for everybody. There's guys out here now that makes $2,500 from last week Monday to last week Friday.
He may not slip through the cracks. He may just have a good business plan and came into came into the space right. But just because we're giving you facts doesn't mean the call was fake, because it wasn't fake, and that doesn't mean we're being negative. You know what I'm saying? The information is the information. The call was very real. You can't control who. If they don't want to accept box trucks, they don't have to accept box trucks. So I don't think Kirk he slipped through the cracks. He may have just came in with a good business plan. He may have came in with a plan. He knows how to operate a business. He may be set up better and went through the proper protocols that a lot of other people that came into the space that have exited or are failing now didn't have. But what he's saying as far as negative, I don't think that, because we see and deal with an influx of people on a day-to-day basis. And even with the people we deal with, just the industry and a whole, a lot of people are struggling. You can just go on YouTube and go on Instagram and you see people complaining and stuff like that. So when we speak, we're just speaking from a realistic approach. The fact of the matter is, right now, a lot of people are in the industry are having a hard time. That's just the facts. All right. So it may seem like we're coming from a pessimistic approach, but every week we're on here giving people information, giving people solid information to ultimately make their business better. We're not telling people you're going to fail, you suck, you're going to fail, No, we're coming in here, we're spending our time, and we're giving people free information based on our years of experience so that they can better. I've done multiple live streams, business plans, market analysis, competitive analysis, leveraging my relationships to give people the connections so that they can onboard with companies. Right. We're doing the work. You might have just came in at a point where it may seem like it came from a pessimistic approach, but ultimately that's not where we come from. If we were, I don't think there would be 70-some people in here. I don't think the channel would continue to grow the way it does. The reason why it does is because of the value that is presented, the information that comes out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you just came in, and that's why I said don't kick him, because he hasn't done anything to be kicked yet. He's just a critic or a detractor right now, but he may have came in. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He may have come in at a part of the live where it may have seemed like something that ultimately it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as he doesn't, disrespect anybody, he's welcome to give his opinion. But, me and Kirk, we give valuable information. We help people. Right. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. A lot of people are failing, and we try to help as many people as we can by coming on, doing these live streams, giving information. A lot of live streams that I've done, I get kicked for doing them. People tell me you're giving out too much free information. You should start a Patreon, put it in the members only. Like, you know what I'm saying? So no, I have to, disagree as far as what he said that, but ultimately I have to give the benefit of the doubt too. He may have just came in at a part where it might seem.
Call. But see, another thing also, Mark, is that, and that's important that you say that, because he heard that one call, but he never heard a call about some of the stuff that he probably go through with the brokers, like the ones who hung up the phone, like the ones that, like I said, the rates. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's important to, and I think somebody said it in the live, you got to hear both sides of the story. You just hear one call, but you got to listen to the whole entire live.
Yeah. If you got to listen to the whole
live stream, you would see where we get to that call. Yeah. Because we had a lady that was trying to get me to pick up a load. What about the guy with the $600 want me to pick up Wednesday, deliver Thursday? How much mile? And he was adamant about getting it delivered by Thursday at 1:00. And I'm like, so I can't run it as a partial. He's go, no, that's my customer. I commit to my customer. We have to get it there. And I'm like, so you're going to pay a dedicated rate? And he's like, no, that's what I got in it. I'm basically doing them a favor. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of time when people see us on the internet and you might hear one thing, we don't have the whole night to go through the whole thing, but not because they hear one thing, meaning that it's fake. Because if you, sometimes you gotta listen.
It's all good. Story. It's all good. That's why I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He said right here, he did. He said, "No, Mark, all love. I watched a few of your videos, and I did come in during the middle of the call." So that's all. Sometimes people, and this is something that I'm learning too, being in this space, because I used to be quick to, as soon as I seen something, it's just in me. Boom, go. But I had to start. You know, sometimes people come in during the middle of live, so give them the benefit of the doubt. That's why I say he came in the middle of live. It's all good now. So you know, sometimes we will push the envelope and be aggressive with the content. But for the most part, anybody that's been following the channels, both of our channels, for a period of time, know that ultimately we're here for the greater good. We've been on here, and now I've been on here a year and a half. If I was going to do some fugazi, I would have been done did it by now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and ain't nothing I can do fugazi now because ain't nobody got no money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, the man was charging 20,000 out for the mentorship. He down to $20. So what
oh man,
hey man, so what we gonna do now, man? You know what I'm saying? This is philanthropic for me, man. This is I like helping people. I like coming on here. I enjoy helping people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do push the envelope, man. But ultimately, you know. Hey. Man, we're the good guys, man. We not the villains, man. We the good guys, man. We the good guys. Hey. And we the guys that's gonna stand up too. You know, we the guys that's gonna go to the guys that's gonna go to war.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Because somebody asked me to do this live stream today about about calling the brokers, because I mentioned it last night, and somebody commented like, please, I need your help. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I did it. I said, all right, let's go to work. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, read the J Gun. Read the J Gun comment.
What he said? He said, I said it was fake because Kirk sound like that one, like a scammer. Oh man.
Nah, D Manny, he ain't talking about you. D Manny, he talking about J Gun. Not you, D Manny. Nah, not you, D Manny. He was talking to J Gun. Said the car was fake, but J Gun said I said it was fake because Kurt sounded like a scammer. No harm. All right, man. It's all good, man. We had a good laugh, man. We had a good laugh.
What's up? Mark. Hey, Mark.
What's up?
Oh man, you coming in with a big bag tonight.
Hey man, season 2, man. Season 2, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. It's all good though, but see, I try to listen. Over here, we're very creative. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I told people this yesterday. I don't really mess with the deity board for the very same set of reason why you see I go through today. Because you
appreciate you, D Manny. Appreciate you. Yeah, what's up?
Because you said something today. You said that if this is what we got to deal with as carrier, you answer the phone. You listen to the guys that answer the phone. I'm good evening, sir. How you doing? I'm calling about. They don't say good evening back. No type of courtesy. You see what I'm saying? Some of the guys sound like they pretty much ready to just leave and just whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I don't really mess with the deity board like that, because it's become a place where, you know what I mean? I basically just AI my load nowadays. You know what I mean? I just book and bid and load and get what I want and get out of here. You know what I mean? But I wanted to show people with my years of experience and using the DAT. And there was a couple guys who said they didn't know how to set up the DAT board. The way I set it up, they didn't know that. The search settings, all that stuff, they didn't know. So it teach a lot of people how to go and look for the load. You get what I'm saying? And how to do all of that stuff. So, you know, sometimes you gotta just, you know, just watch the whole thing, and then you'll see from start to finish. I mean, I was cracking up. You were cracking up.
I left. I told you I left after I heard that.
After the call.
Yeah, it wasn't no reason for me to watch.
We learned a lot. We learned a lot. We learned a lot of people learned a lot, because a lot of people were going through the same issue that was mentioned in some of these calls.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, just going back, just kind of reiterating what we said a few minutes ago. You know, unfortunately, there was a lot of just bad characters or bad actors that came into the space during the pandemic, and ultimately they did make it harder for new entrants. It's harder to rent a truck. It's harder, in some cases dealing with brokers. Look at Amazon. But here's the thing with Amazon, a lot of the things that happen with Amazon, I want to use the word greed, but I want to use more of a professional word. They knew if they was more strict on compliance during the pandemic, right? A lot of the compliance that they're implementing now, they should have been implemented. Their peers. You know what I'm saying? They should have the same amount of compliance as UPS and FedEx. But the reason why they laxed on compliance, because if they were strict on it, that would have eliminated a lot of carriers, and they pushed the envelope with the next day, same day, right, orders. So they needed all hands on deck. So they had to turn a blind eye to a lot of things, right, to push that freight, right? And ultimately they accepted an infusion of new entrants into the space, and that's where a lot of their debacles came during the pandemic. And then when freight died down, you've seen them every 3 to 6 months. They've been getting more and more strict on compliance, 180 days. Now they're doing facial recognition, so on and so forth. All of that was due to the pandemic. Now, if the pandemic wouldn't have happened, I don't believe that a lot of the constraints that have been placed in the industry now would be in effect. I don't believe. I think it would have been business as usual. The only thing that you know what I'm saying, like you would be able to still go into a rental truck company. Hey, I'm with ABC Logistics. I would like to start a long-term relationship with you guys. All right, fill out this one sheet. And I'm gonna be your account manager. The truck is $500 a week. We're gonna give you 1,000 free miles. It's gonna be 15 cents a mile after that. Can I go ahead and swipe your card? Go ahead and swipe your card. All right, let's go out. That's gonna be the truck. I'm gonna call you. What's today? Thursday. So I'm gonna call you every Thursday. Can I call you around 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock. I'm gonna call you around 10 o'clock every Thursday and ask you, is it okay for me to run your car so we can rewrite the contract? If it's enterprise, they're gonna rewrite the contract every week. If it's Penske, you're gonna probably sign a 60-day rate lock-in, and then every 60 days, your account manager's you're gonna sit down with your account manager, gonna renegotiate the rates. But the thing with Penske is they're just gonna hit your card automatically. If you have a good account manager with enterprise, they'll call you. If you got a good relationship, you know what? The money ain't cleared. The money's there, but can you hit it tomorrow? No problem, man. Well, you've been dealing with us 10 months now. I'll just hit it tomorrow. You want me to call you or just hit it? No, just go ahead and hit it tomorrow. Just give me one more day. No problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? All that's out the window now because people ran off on the plug twice. They ran off on the plug 3 times. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no cash flow. Instead of being a good human being, turning the truck in, they was on the lam with it. You got people stealing, running off with freight, knowing they was on their way out the game. They went to Amazon, picked up a load to never return or drop the freight off or anything. They just pulled up in the hood and dropped the pallets off in the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of stuff that went on that made it bad for new entrants. But then that ultimately goes back, it was popularized, right? With the combination due to, like I said, the influencers and the influx of money that was, it's unfortunate, but these are the adverse effects of what happened. So people just have to adjust, and it sucks because it's tough on new entrants. Some people like D. Manning, based on what I read, his father has been in the dump truck business for 20 years. So that learning curve that a person who doesn't have someone that's been in the space has to go through, D. Manning doesn't have to go through it. So what you were saying earlier, and that's why I had to stop you, Kurt, because maybe he came in during the middle. We don't know what his background is. Now we know his father's been in the industry. So he has someone with 20 years experience in logistics that was able to hold his hand and walk him through and make sure he enters correctly. So he as soon as he enters, he's off and running. You see what I'm saying? So not everybody has.
He's like a spoiled rich kid.
No, I wouldn't say that. He's just in a favorable situation. He's just in a favorable
private school. He goes to private school growing up.
No, he's just in a favor. If his father is running dump trucks, I doubt if he goes to private school.
Of course he does.
He's probably an inner city guy. But here's the point that I'm
No,
trying to make
I
is
guarantee you he goes to private school. He was one of them spoiled guys that go to school and
here's the point that I'm trying to make. He's in a favorable situation that a lot of
Right.
people aren't in. So he had the
Right.
luxury. The one luxury, I don't know him or know his background, but the one luxury he did have in life was a father who's been in logistics for 20 years. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he has the relationships. You dig
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's tougher now. It's just like anything you
tougher,
get
yeah.
into as years go on, as time goes on, things get tougher. If I would have bought Bitcoin back in 2011, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all right now.
Oh man.
If I would have bought Bitcoin for 9 cents, 8 cents, less than a penny, 50 cents, $1, $10, $20, $100, back then, I would not be sitting here talking to you now. Now it's worth 26,000. It went up to 69 during the bull run in 2021. It's settling around 26 right now, and then the next bull run is expected up to touch 100,000. Things change over time. Box trucking has changed a lot since I've entered in it back in 2010. It doesn't mean that money can't be made now. It's just not going to be made at a level of ease, that it was able to be made 10 years prior. And 10 years prior, it may not have seemed easy then because you were physically doing the work. But in comparison to the cost of entry now, the barriers that are being placed in front of new entrants now to back then, it's a totally different ball game.
Right.
So, things evolve and it gets more advanced over time. And as things get advanced, it's going to require a skill set and a mindset to be able to maneuver around the learning curve. And as it becomes more and more advanced, it's going to eliminate people who won't have an elevated mindset to be able to maneuver around that learning curve as it becomes more advanced. So that's it. Right. Man, back in the day when I got in, if you had the bread to get in, you could make all the mistakes in the world and still be profitable because the cost of entry was nothing. Like these guys that are saying, get into the box truck with $5,000 or less. Man, you could get into the box truck space with less than $5,000 when I got in. That was something that was believable back then. Now, no. So that's all.
Yeah. It's crazy. But it is what it is. I mean, I think that when we come on the live stream and we do these live, we're just trying to be very open to people and let people understand what's really going on. You know what I mean? So this is why I do these stuff. This is why you do it. People ask me to do stuff sometime and I'll just take a look and then I'll do it. I think today calls open a lot of people eyes. Because some of the issue that people are going through, we heard it. We heard it. Brokers are very adamant about what they want. The prices, they're very firm on their prices. And people are taking those freight because again, they want to, they want to pay their bills. But ultimately, if you keep running like that, I think eventually you're going to put yourself out of business because, you're not, you keep allowing yourself to being taken advantage of. I call a broker today and I bid on a load and the load was $2,500 and I call him and I say, how much money you got in the load? He said $2,990. See what I'm saying? When they reply with $2,600. So now I got to beat them over the head because I need the 29 or 28.50. You see what I'm saying? So when people see me do that, they say, yeah, you got a solid, connection, but I show people everything. Call a broker and was asking about load that he has coming up. I do it all. So if people are not see, these are things that not being promoted on the internet, and I think a lot of people, not that they not that they're gonna promote it, but they're not gonna promote it because we already know some of these content creators said that, well, I'm not gonna give you my information.
Mm.
You think I'm gonna give you my broker even though you pay me for mentorship and all of that stuff? You know, so it's it's just crazy. You know what I mean? But I think with me, I don't know. I'm a different person, man. But yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good one, man. It was a good one. Most people that
Yeah.
watching me, you know, they watch a live today, so they know they were listening on the call.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I think when you made the calls, you made the calls. So I mean, I heard you make like 10 calls and 10 different
Mhm.
people. I think one or two were women because I was in and out. I was listening to it, but I was in the gym, so
Yeah, and
I was listening to it.
I called my broker and I asked about load that they have coming up. I call
Mm-hmm.
next broker and I asked about the price.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell me the price, how much the customer is paying.
Mm-hmm.
I call the next broker and the lady was like, "Yeah, I'm paying you $800 and you got to deliver it by the 21st." So all of those stuff is just things that I do because those are stuff that people are complaining about. Brokers want me to pick up a load today, Kirk, and deliver it tomorrow. How do I go around that? I let people listening to how I negotiate. Okay, so you want to pay me 700? I can deliver it any day, right? And they go,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, you got to deliver by the 21st or any day before or by the 21st. I'm like, well, you're not running it dedicated. Well, I don't got that money in it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I do it all today. But I would say those type of load that's not gonna fit the description of putting on your truck to run a profit, just leave it alone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just leave it alone, man.
Well, it is what it is, man. So
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Some people wanted us to drop the link, like 4 or 5 people. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
drop the link.
drop the link and let Martins come up and somebody asked earlier about D what is the guy name?
With that,
EW. Somebody asked about EW.
yeah, 5 star. I answered him. I said he canceled. We were supposed to do it
He
yesterday,
can't.
but he canceled. Yeah, maybe we
Yeah,
were
he
supposed to
can't.
reschedule, but we'll see. But we were all
Yeah.
set for yesterday. I had the graphic designer do the thumbnail and everything, but when I
Yeah.
confirmed it yesterday, he said he needed to cancel. So
Right, right. Yeah, he cancel. Shout out to
but sh-
Grace
but sh- but
Logistics and
shout but shout out to him though for wanting to have the conversation.
right,
Let's
right,
see who
right,
this
right.
it's Axel. Whoever wanted to me to drop the link to come up, now is the time. So,
Hit the link.
hit the link.
Hit the link.
Hit the link.
Hit the link and come on up. Talk to Mark about his fingers.
No homo. Yo, hey, you gonna have to turn the sound down, Axel. All I hear is like a
Can, can you hear me?
yeah, that's better.
We
What
can
up?
hear you.
I'm driving him in Florida. First of all, I want to tell Kirky I like his new style. I think he'll accomplish more things. That's all I'm going to say. He's kind of laid off some other stuff. That's all I want to say about that. Okay, Kirk? But
Yeah,
next,
Axel.
but next, but next, that phone call was very good. And if you've seen in the comments, even Paul made a comment. I'm telling you guys, I talk to these brokers, and on our side, we deal with these vans, these box trucks, and then you hit a second nail. The first one was that company was cutting the box trucks. The second nail you hit was they're checking the VIN numbers. A lot of them are starting to check the VIN numbers and matching
Hmm.
the insurance. They
Right,
are
right.
looking, they are looking to blacklist people now. And I'm pushing for it because we have a lot of bad things going on, including that double brokering. And I'm going to tell you, last Friday, there was a meeting with 3 guys and their lawyers with the FMCSA. These guys are working in the back. And the box truck guys, a lot of them, it's come to a point, I believe, and they're probably getting more heat from the big trucking companies because now I've had two brokers in this past week tell me they're moving semi trucks cheaper than sprinters and box trucks. They can book a semi truck cheaper than a sprinter or a box truck. And the other thing is that info I gave you, Mark, about they're working on that facial recognition. These guys are mad. They are
Yeah,
cracking down.
Amazon already started it, so it's
Did
definitely,
they? And
Mm-hmm.
and
yeah.
the last thing I wanted to cover was like in that video where I did about the Pakistani dispatch, and now
Mm-hmm.
I have to do another show on it. And this is what I've come to find out. There's box truck guys out here signing up with these guys. I had a broker the other day tell me he asked the box truck guy, how much are these guys charging you for dispatch? He told him 18%. He said, how are you giving a Pakistani dispatch 18%? He said, well, I can't get any loads. My authority's too new. He said, trust me, 18% will never survive with these guys. The next thing is, I put an ad. I said nothing about dispatchers. I said nothing about box trucks. I got these guys blowing me up to dispatch. They're hunting all the new guys. The next thing is, the common one is they say they charge 8%. And I ask them, okay, send me your corporation so I know where to send your 1099. And all they can respond with is, what type of truck? So the box truck guys are signing up with these guys, paying them this money. You guys still got to show that money on your tax. How are you going to send a Pakistani guy overseas a 1099?
Mm-hmm.
That's that's what the thing. These guys got to stop. They're killing themselves. And like you said, if they don't want to listen, then they don't want to listen. But I'm telling you, there's big changes coming. But you guys got to stop dealing with those crooks. They are killing you guys. Any new box truck guys? I got two other brokers telling me if you got an authority a year or less and you try to sign up with them, they're not even accepting it. They said they can't handle it right now. They're only using guys that they know. And it will be hard for a lot of new guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it is what you
Yeah.
hit those two nails, and that's why I want to jump in there. They are checking that stuff, and if you watch my stuff, I'm hammering away. You can blame me, but I'm telling you, they're checking VINs, they're matching insurance policies, all that, putting your Yugo on the MC, and then running 5 trucks. That stuff's not going to be flying too much,
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a
Yeah.
lot of guys are doing. If you want to cheat the system, sooner or later it's going to bite you in the booty.
Mm-hmm.
If
What
you
about
build, go ahead.
what about when the guy said that a lot of guys are damaging the freight and just carriers are not getting paid? Because you talk about that a lot. Um, so when they
If you
double broker the load and these guys deliver the load, they're not getting paid.
because a lot of these brokers are putting it right on their rate cons. If you're caught double broker on a load, I know one. You'll get 10% of the load.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to put it on their rate cons, and if they catch,
I think he freezes up. He's driving.
Yo, yeah, he in a dead zone.
I think he's probably freeze up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, when the guy said today, Mark, when he said that a lot of guys carriers are not getting paid,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what happened when you double broker.
Yeah. There go the link. Anybody? It was a few other people that said they wanted to come up. So hit that link. Hit that link that I dropped so you can come up. Yeah, Haxel, he not showing up.
He's freeze up again.
Yeah, it won't even let me bring him up. Hold on, man. If he keep doing this, I'm just gonna tell him, man, you're gonna have to try again another day. Yeah, it's not even coming all the way through. It's hanging up. Hey Axel, man, we got the core information. Wherever you at is a dead zone. So you calling in, but it's not picking
connected.
up. So,
Yeah.
but we got the core information. I know it was like 2 or 3 other people that wanted to come up. So there go the link if y'all still here. Jay Gunn said, "What's the guy that's talking?" Info. That's Axel. Axel
That's
Live.
Axel. Yeah, that's Axel.
Axel Live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Axel is.
but
Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. But the double broker, when he was talking about the guys not getting paid, that's what he was mentioning, and that's the real problem out here. And a lot of guys are not taking the time to check in these brokers' credential in their factoring company.
Hey Jimmy, I can't see you, man. I'm not gonna bring you up until I see you. I can't see you.
Yeah, somebody else.
Yeah, hold on. I'm waiting for him to get his camera situated. You know, I gotta screen people now, man. After that little situation that happened a few weeks ago, but you know, we found that guy. I put that buddy on blast Friday night on my live. I had my anonymous buddies. Yeah, I had my anonymous buddies. You know, go after him. The guy who had been trolling me.
Yeah.
I said, man, I gave him the warning. I said, stop trolling me. I'm gonna get my anonymous buddies to get on your ass. And they hacked that. Well, damn, why did I say that? Damn, I got it. Damn, I said the H word. I didn't told on myself. Damn, never mind. Forget it. They did something. Go watch the video from Friday, man. Hey man, that dude shit at bricks, boy. Hey,
who is that? Axel?
No, this is Jimmy. Jimmy. Oh, I see him now. All right, we'll bring him up.
Jimmy Cash.
Yo, what up?
All right.
What's going
I'm
on?
good, man. Thanks. I've been following for a minute now, guys, and to say thank you for the channel. You guys doing an amazing job. I just want to congratulate both of y'all on the panel. My name is Jimmy Champagne. I just got my box truck. It's just I'm like brand new in the game, like really, really brand new. I got me a 26-foot 4300 international. And then I'm just trying to listen to y'all and learn a lot, and then learn a lot from y'all. So my quick question, that's what question I have, because I was trying to find me something locally, but these company they like sending me around. So literally like just today, I was like, oh, I gotta go head over the road, maybe sign up with a company, and then they've been asking me 15 or 10%. So so I want to listen from y'all guys' experience. Like, where do I go? Because I need to start. Because like this is my first,
What are you trying to do again? You trying to stay local? You said.
I mean, I was trying to stay local, but this company they keep sending me around.
What companies?
So basically, now I just made up my mind that I'm gonna go over the road. So
no, I'm saying what companies? What companies are you talking about that was sending you around? What companies have you dealt with?
It's called NATO Express. That's like in Miami.
Are you in Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
NATO Express. That sounds like a local company.
Yeah.
It's local logistic company.
Yeah, it's a logistic. Yeah.
NATO Express.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Oh no, it's a decent sized company.
Are you where in Florida you are?
I'm in Miami. I'm in North Miami.
Oh man. So you in Miami. So what are you trying to do final mile or are you trying to do OTR?
OTR.
Okay. So you're not interested in final mile no more.
I mean, I'm where the money, the green is at, like the real green. If the real green is over the road, I'm gonna go there.
Hey man,
Your authority is how much? When did you get that?
When did I get the truck?
No, when you get your MC number active.
Oh, I get my DOT. I have not get the MC yet. I'm working on that.
Oh, well, that's why you can't do nothing.
That's why you can't do nothing. You gotta get the MC number.
No, 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 no. Actually, when I purchased the truck, my thought I wanted to do the local to get the experience, right?
But but
Mm-hmm.
but
That,
some of the larger 3PLs, even if you remain local, they still require you to have an MC number.
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
today I made up my mind that I was gonna go OTR. So I'm making the process to get the MC with everything.
How much you pay for the DOT?
Uh, since the lady was doing everything for me, because I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but she charged me for 330.
And she only get to the MC number? She only
Yep,
get to the DOT number?
yep.
DOT is free.
DOT number is free. And the $300 could get you your MC number.
See, I'm learning.
You see what I'm saying? So if you go back to her, she gonna charge you an next $300 to do the MC. Plus, she gonna charge you $300 for the MC number.
I got a free course on my website that show you how to get your DOT for free.
The MC is free.
No,
No,
the
the
MC is
DOT is
$300.
the MC is 300. But I said I got a free tutorial on my website. It's free.
Mm.
That would have
Mhm.
showed you how to get your DOT.
Damn. I just find your page like 2 days or 3 days ago. Just like going up.
Mark channel.
Yeah, I just found
Yeah.
your channel like 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go back and get an MC number so you can apply for those company. And if you go back with that lady, she's gonna charge you maybe 300 again, but then you have to pay her an extra $300 to get that MC number. A matter of fact, when you apply for the MC number, it automatically will give you your DOT number for free. Did you get an EIN number?
Yeah, I got an EIN number.
She does it?
Yeah, she does it.
How much you charge you for that?
Nah, everything was for that 300. The EIN with
And
the
that's
with the
another free number.
That's
So she
free.
charged you for all
What?
Hold on a minute. What other number you pay for, man?
I put an EIN number with the DOT. Wish y'all guys is telling me that was for free. I guess
It's
I
for
get
free.
what.
It's for free. But she charged you $300, and you think you're paying for the number, but you're actually paying for her service.
Yeah.
EIN is free. You just go to the irs.gov and get
And
an
fill it out and
EIN,
apply for it.
and they print it out right then and there. They email it to you. They actually, you want to email it? Or you want to print it? It's your choice.
Got you, bro.
Hey man, I would hit the button on you, but I ain't gonna do it, man. You knew.
Yeah,
You knew.
I see why they charge him so much money, Mark. Look behind him. He got a
I
big safe.
Oh, you got a safe behind you?
Nah, not a big.
Hey man, so this what you do. This what you do,
Yeah.
man. You can get your MC. You know, it may be challenging. For some people it's challenging. So, to other people it's not. I mean, if you just follow the instructions, it's simple. I got a tutorial on my website
Okay.
for $25 to walk you through it, to point you in the direction, and then you just go and fill out the information. I mean, you already have spent 300. The next 300 that you're gonna spend, I would direct that towards just buying an MC, because if you pay somebody, they're gonna include the 300 for the MC plus their service fee to do something for you that you could do for yourself. So that original 300, you know what I'm saying? You got your articles of incorporation?
Who do your LLC?
He probably don't have it because he didn't have to. He got to pay for that. Do you have an LLC or corporation? No, right?
Yeah.
You do?
I got the company name and everything. Yeah.
So you
Who
have
do
the
it?
articles of, hold on, you got the articles of incorporation?
Uh,
No, he don't.
that
No,
on-
he don't, Kurt. No, he don't. No, he don't.
But who
No, you don't.
applied for the LLC?
He don't got the articles, so it ain't no application. You saying you got a company, right? Is it structured or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, got the company name and
All right,
everything. Yeah,
what's the name of it? What's the name of it?
Champagne Carrier LLC.
Where's the article of incorporation at?
What's that?
Exactly.
Hold on, Mark.
So
Does somebody apply for that company license in that name in the state of Florida?
Yeah,
Who does
so
it?
where?
that lady that did the thing for me.
But okay, so here's the thing. Listen, bro. We not listen.
Oh.
You
Yeah, I'm
came
trying
up here. Hold on. You came up here, so it may be a little few jokes crack. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
If you paid her and you're telling me the name of a company, when you register a company, there's a cost that's associated with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say my name of my company is ABC LLC. It has to be registered with the Secretary of State. There's a cost associated with that. And then once you pay the cost, most states, it'll take 10 days to turn around. Then some states are expedited for an additional $100. But when you receive it, what you're receiving is the article of incorporation. That's what you're going to take with the SS4 form, which is the EIN number, to the bank to open up a business checking account. So if you don't have an article of incorporation, or you don't even know what it is, that further lets me know that you don't have a company. Because if you had a company, you would have the article of incorporation. Or in some states, they call it the article of organization. All right? Mm-hmm. That's what you need. You can't do anything. Even if you wanted to go buy a truck under the business name, you're going to need the article of incorporation. And you're going to need the SS4 form, which is the tax form for the EIN.
Okay, I'm learning.
All right. So whoever that lady was, you need to go back and see what that $300 that you paid, what it got you, because from basically what you're telling us, the $300 you paid got you free stuff.
Okay.
For instance.
Well, how much you pay for the corporation in Florida? How much you pay for your LLC?
He don't have it because he don't got the articles of incorporation, Kurt.
Yeah, but he said the lady do it. So
if that would, how I know he didn't have it? You know how I knew he didn't have it? Because he said he paid her $300, Kurt. So if he paid her $300, the articles at least cost $150, maybe $125 in some states. So I don't think she did the DOT, the articles, the EIN for $150. That's how I knew he didn't have it.
Correct.
When you buy the truck, do you buy cash?
Yeah, I bought a cash.
You
Haitian? Put insurance. You put insurance on it.
You Jamaican?
No, I didn't put no insurance yet. But I bought the truck. I put the truck on my name.
So what kind of insurance you put on it now?
Nah, I have not put any. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I'm gonna go do OTR, will I go ahead and sign up with a company, let it take care of all of that, or do I do everything on my own? That's pretty much why I was calling.
Hey, so look, you see the screen? You see the screen right now?
Yeah, I can see it.
This IRS.gov website. You go to this website, you click right here, apply for employee identification number. It's simple as that. And then you just hit apply online now. But they close. They close at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They don't let you apply. But it's simple as this. Determine your eligibility. You want an EIN. You're pretty much just going to fill your name out, your address, so on and so forth with a business register. You're going to submit it. Once you submit it, it's going to immediately kick back the form. It's going to ask you, do you want to print it or do you want it emailed to you? And that's all for the free $99. Gotcha. So since you've been already invested $300 for the DOT, which is free, the EIN, which is free, she told you you have a business, but she didn't produce an articles of incorporation, or it may be called an article of organization in your state. Either one. If she didn't produce this to you, then you don't have a company. Or you need to go search Florida to see if she did register it and see who she put as the registered agent. She might have did some fugazi and put her name as the registered. I don't know, but without the articles of incorporation, you don't have a business.
I got you. You am right.
Did you get any letter from the state of Florida pertaining to LLC?
I got a lot of people calling me. That's for sure. Once she emailed me the DOT number with the EIN. Ever since I've been having people that's calling me nonstop, offering me stuff.
The email that she sent you with the EIN, did you it's supposed to be a 2-page letter. Did you print it out?
Yeah, it's a 2-page letter. Yeah.
Did you print it out?
I have not printed it out. It's right there on my email. I have not had to print it out.
Okay, you got to print out that stuff because
Hold
if you
on.
go to the bank,
Let me go to the Secretary of State, man. Let me go to the Secretary of State for Florida, man.
yeah, if you got to print it out because if you go to the bank is gonna want to see that letter. See
We're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
do a business LLC
Okay.
search.
But I think you probably need to go back to that lady and find out what you really pay for.
We got 100 people in the chat. 75 likes. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit that like button.
See what I'm saying?
I'm finna search it
Okay.
now and see if it's up here.
Mark is gonna search for your company name.
Let's see.
Okay,
Search
that's
by. Hold on. We finna. No, I'm finna search it now. Officer, registered agent,
Okay.
name, trademark. Now we'll ask for your EIN, but skip it. Hold on. What's the name of the company again?
Champagne Carrier with S LLC.
Champagne, like CHAMPAGNE.
Yeah.
You sure? CHAMPAGNE, right? Yo.
I think his phone freeze up.
Froze up. He said Champagne Carrier what? LLC?
Okay.
Let me just type in Champagne Carrier. Champagne Carrier LLC. Oh, he said his name was Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
He said his name was Jimmy? Yeah, he got it. Jimmy Champagne. I don't want to name his address, and I ain't going to share it because I don't want to give out his personal information, but Florida Limited Liability Champagne Carrier LLC. He don't have an EIN number on file. So it looks like she took whatever they charge of the money, did get the corporation. She don't have it. There's no EIN on file. They filed 9/5/2023. It is active. Principal address, mailing address, registered agent name. She put the title as manager, which is not good. She put him as the president. I don't know why she would put a person as a trucking company as a manager. You want to be the president, never the CEO, always the president. Limited liability, view form. Yeah, I got it right here. Dang, state of Florida, they let you just come and open the damn stuff up and print it out. My state don't allow you to do that. You can look somebody up, but it doesn't allow you to actually print it out.
Yeah, Pennsylvania doesn't allow that too.
But Florida do.
Actually, Pennsylvania, if you need an extra copy, you got to pay for it.
Hey, so Jimmy, man, you can hit the link again and come back up. I found your stuff, but it says you don't have an EIN. But I was able to retrieve your information, and if you want, I can email it to you because I know you probably don't know how to go about retrieving it, or I can direct you on how to get this for yourself. But basically, and clearly he didn't know what I was talking about because he said, "What's that?"
Right.
Hey, this is what you got to carry with you, man. You can't do. He said, "What's that?" Hey,
Mark
Jimmy.
is going on. Hey, Mark,
Jimmy.
you want something tonight, man?
No, I just went and got the information for him. I went above and beyond.
Oh man, this guy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh man.
Hold on. Hey, Jimmy.
Champagne Carrier.
I got your information.
Carrier
I got
with
it.
S.
I got it. I'll be without
So
you. Hold on.
it's registered?
Calm down. I don't want to give your address, but it's 21st Street. Does 21st Street ring a bell?
Yeah, yeah.
That's you? All right. So you do have an LLC is active, but it's saying EIN number none. So I don't, when she applied, I don't know why she wouldn't put the EIN number. I wouldn't believe she wouldn't do the EIN, but it's not active on here. I would share the screen with you, but I don't want to show your private information.
Okay.
Well, shit. I mean, anybody can go look it up now if they know where to go look. So you already told his name, so
can
it
email
really
it
ain't no
to
big deal. Yeah. So what I'll do is you hold on. Let me do this. Let me view PDF. Let me.
You gotta print out whatever Mark is gonna send you. You're gonna print that out along with the EIN number letter. You're gonna need those two things to go get.
But
to
like you just mentioned, how come the EIN is not on the? It's attached to the business name. You saying?
It should be attached to the articles. So
Yeah.
maybe she applied for the articles before she did the EIN, and she didn't have the EIN when she applied for the article.
Right.
But check with your state. Maybe it's imperative that you have it on the articles. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter as long as you got the SS4 form. But it's not on here. It just says none. I mean, you should be okay as long as you got the SS4 form. You have an SS4 form, right?
You don't know what is that, Mark?
I don't even know what this is.
You have the EIN? Do you have the EIN?
Yeah, I got the EIN, yes.
So do you have the paperwork, the actual paper with the EIN?
But I have not printed, but it's on my email.
All right, well, that's the SS4 form. So
you gotta print that out.
You gotta print that because when you go to the bank, you can't just show it on your phone.
Okay, good.
You gotta have the articles, and you gotta have the SS4 form. Same thing. Well, clearly, I know you didn't buy your truck under the business name, so you bought it personally, right? So yeah. So anytime you make moves for the business, you gotta have these forms. Yeah.
Wait, Mark. Do you register the truckers yet?
Yeah, it's registered.
He bought it under his name. Register his name.
Yeah, you gotta change the registration.
Yeah. So
you gotta change the registration to your company name.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to why don't you DM me tomorrow?
Okay, hold on.
DM me tomorrow because I'm trying to see if it'll let me save it to the computer. Hold on, let me see. It's a PDF.
Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
DM you on
IG.
Oh, okay.
Instagram.
All right, so I got it, man. I got it saved to my computer.
Who's the registered agent, Mark? Who's the registered agent?
Registered agent is him.
Okay. Where you from? You from Africa or Haiti?
Well, we all from Africa, man. I'm Haitian, part Haitian.
Oh, you're Asian. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Where about?
What?
What?
Huh?
And Port-au-Prince. Well, I was born in New York, but my people are from Haiti. So I was in Haiti, so I just moved back here in Florida. So I was looking for something to get myself into, and then boom. So I'm a rookie. I'm learning from y'all guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Well, you in good hands, then.
I could tell. I made several mistakes already.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Based on the vibes, you might get some free treat.
Hey man. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I'll talk to you in the DM. I'll talk to you in the DM.
But yeah, like I was saying,
Stop giving your money away.
yeah, for real. Money and that, we work hard for the dollar. I get you. But I'm still gonna have to pay for that MC, right? And then it's not gonna be no 300, is it?
It's 300, buddy.
It's 300 for the number. That's separate from someone charging you to do it.
That's crazy.
Just do it yourself, bro.
Just do it yourself. It's not hard. And then another thing I'm gonna tell you, when you get the MC, you're gonna have to get insurance within 21 days so the MC can go active. So if you know you don't have money for your insurance, just don't apply for it until you get that insurance money. See what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying. What if? Because I was looking also online. What if I went to do the I had to go to a company where they was gonna take care of everything because I've seen company that says they're gonna take care of everything and take 15%. Because I don't know how to dispatch myself yet or none of that.
You're talking about booking a load for you and taking a dispatching company?
You're gonna
Yeah,
lease on to somebody. It sound like.
You were gonna lease on to someone.
yeah.
I don't know, man. We try not to advise people. We don't. I try. That's something that you got to figure out.
Hey
You see
man,
what I'm saying?
I don't
Skip listen
advise
to
you
the
either,
channel.
but I would, if I were you, you know, God bless the child that's got his own. So
Mm-hmm.
you gave up 300. You might as well give up 300 more for the MC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you giving 15% to someone to give you work. That's fine. You're
Mm-hmm.
incurring the cost of operating your truck. So you know, I mean, I would rather keep that 15 and take the chances on my own. You know what I'm saying? $300, a $300 investment one time versus 15% over a period of time. I
It
mean,
adds
just
up.
It's a
exactly.
lot of
So
money,
when you
right?
put things into perspective that way, you know, you know, 15% over a period of time or one time investment of $300. I mean, it's a simple
Yeah.
decision for me, but
I,
you know, to each his own. So
I get what you're saying. But maybe I need to look at the channel more. Maybe because my thing was um I mean, I got my other friend that says dispatching. There's nothing really into dispatching, but once you don't know how to deal with it, how to do it, like you don't want to, Because I made several mistakes. I can tell I made several mistakes here already. So how
well,
much mistake? I'm trying to limit as much mistake that you feel me?
you're gonna make mistakes, you know. You but limiting is, you know, you got the right terminology. You want to limit your mistakes as much as possible, just based off the conversation that we've had so far. It sounds like you just need to go back to, well, you need to go. It doesn't sound, you need to go back to the beginning and you need to do an extensive amount of research. You need to formulate a business plan and go from there. I can tell you haven't done either. You know, just simple things like article of incorporation. You don't even know the form for the structure of business. You know, SS4 form. These are things that you should know, and if you don't know those things, then things like dispatching and all that other stuff that you're talking about, you know, you gotta get the basic stuff and then you
Yeah,
work your way
yeah,
up. So you need to
exactly.
go start from the beginning. You need to do a lot of research. A lot of research, come up with a business plan, make a business plan, because while you're making the business plan, you're doing
Mm-hmm.
you're simultaneously doing the research to formulate the business plan. You know, there's a lot of things that are included in the business plan that are going to ultimately help you get that running start and reduce that learning curve. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Watching me and Kirk is one thing, but we're advanced, and you know, we don't speak from, our channel isn't based for the beginning. Like, we don't talk, all right, this is how you start a box truck business. First, go to your secretary. Like, our channel, like, is a little bit more advanced because we speak on current topics
Mm-hmm.
related to trucking, and we speak on strategy. You're at the very beginning, and to be honest with you, our channel, and I'm keeping it funky with you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I could
for
tell
real.
you just keep watching when I know good and goddamn well we don't speak from a beginner's perspective. You
Perspective,
can
yeah.
watch
Right.
and learn a lot of stuff, but what you need to do, and you need to go to the drawing board and sit down and research and make a business plan. You're
Right.
in
Right.
Florida. You need to know you're in one of the worst markets coming outbound freight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a lot of things that when you start formulating this business plan, once you get to your market analysis, you're going to see that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, I would start from the beginning,
I mean
man.
that's one of the reason I wanted to do the OTR because I could tell. I mean, when I was shopping around and looking, going to different platform, and I see the amount they were offering, so I was like, okay, I definitely gotta hit the road.
Let me ask
Well,
you a question.
go ahead.
Why did they buy a box truck?
Uh, Actually, my first thought was I was about to get me a sprint event. That's what I wanted. I mean, that's where my once I that's the it was just one day I was like, okay, I moved back to Florida. I said I gotta do something, and then it was not gonna be something a 9 to 5 job. That's for sure. Cause I've been at this 9 to 5 till 2008. I don't work with people no more. And then so I was in Haiti. I was doing my own stuff in Haiti. So I was always being doing business stuff like that. I'm a coach in Haiti as well. So coming here, I'm like, okay, I gotta do something where I could do it for a certain amount of year where I could grow in it and maybe probably after a while get out of it and put like drivers and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, let me go to transportation. So it went from Sprinter van to buy a box truck, literally. So that's where I'm at for right now. So
You
right
know
now
what?
I'm still trying to, now begin stuck with it. You know what I mean? Where do I do it? Do local or do OTR over the road? Where do I start? Do I get me a
You,
like he said? Do I get me a company where that's gonna get me
you,
15% out of my paycheck? But do I have to make more research to find out how do I dispatch myself if I do start alone? So yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
you know what? Go watch me and Kirk's old stuff. Somebody just said that in the chat, and I forgot. Yeah, all of our old content is a lot of that is beginner based. So the current
Okay.
stuff that we're talking about is more, strategic, experience based stuff based on what's going on in the economy now, based around trucking. But a lot of stuff
Okay.
that we were putting out on my channel last year, and he was putting out on his channel last year, is more beginner based stuff. I got a live stream on how to create a business plan. I also have a live stream on how to create a marketing analysis. I also have live streams, that are educational live streams with PowerPoint presentations for a lot of beginner stuff. But you have to go back and dig through that old catalog. Same thing with Kirk. A lot of it is still free. Some of it may be under the members only, where you may have to subscribe, or you can go to
Okay.
my website and my courses are all under $30. They're very affordable. But yeah, you're gonna have to spend time at the beginning. So going back, starting with our old content,
Okay.
probably be better than watch the current stuff too now.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. Definitely. I mean, I'm locked in.
mhm,
So me call out, so I'm really locked in.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
from the guy that I bought the box truck, he said, "Yeah, my life about to be changed." So, so
that's that's what he told you.
yes, that's what he told me.
Hey man, he a hell
He
of a
turned his
salesman.
life.
He said, "Man, your life finna change forever." He
And
said it with a big. He said it with a big smile when you was counting them hundreds over 2 and 1.
Oh man, how much you pay for that truck, man? 5 grand?
nah, I pay a good amount. I'm not gonna say it online, but yeah,
What year is it?
it's a 14. It's an international 4300, but it's nice though. It looks clean. It runs well.
Okay. Well, good luck with your research, man. All right, take the time and
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
stay
I
in.
must keep watching and keep listening and keep learning.
and DM Mark tomorrow so you can send it that email. All
Yeah,
right, we
DM
don't want to
DM at
steal
Yeah,
Chaka.
information out.
definitely. Same name, right?
Yeah. Mark the mentor. Mark underscore the underscore mentor underscore on
Okay,
Instagram. And yeah, just DM me, DM me, and in the DM put your email address, and then I'll send it to you tomorrow.
okay, sounds good.
All right, man.
Yeah, thank
All
you
right,
Nice
for
talking to
having
brother.
you.
me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Anytime.
All right, cool.
All right, all right. Who we got here? Hello, Mr. Jeremy, right? How you
Jeremy,
doing, sir?
what's up,
Jeremy,
man?
what's going on?
Not much.
Ain't nothing
I've
but
been watching you all for about a year and a half since both of you all came on the YouTube, and I just want to say I appreciate what all y'all do and everything. I run Middle Mile,
Okay.
okay.
and I plan on coming on your show and whenever, but I hadn't sent in the email yet. I think I
Okay.
sent you a message yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, whenever you ready, man, we here. Just let me know. We appreciate you coming up, letting us know,
yeah.
and just keep rock.
I've been running for about a year and a half. I've been running since April of last year.
Okay.
I run reefer.
Wait,
Okay.
you came on the show before, didn't you? You in Atlanta?
No, I'm out of Arkansas.
Oh, you run reefer out of Arkansas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You run reefer out of Arkansas. Okay.
I'll be all over.
He got a
Uh,
box truck, right?
yeah, I have a 26-foot reefer, M2 112.
Okay.
Okay. He got a sleeper, right?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, that's a nice one.
yeah, I got a sleeper. That's where I'm at now.
You in it now? That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
where I'm at now, watching the game.
Right.
Oh, you
Right.
Yeah,
watching the game? You watching the game and watching us?
yeah, watching y'all at the same time. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we
on my
All right,
appreciate it.
game.
man. All
Yes,
right, man.
sir.
Hey, shoot me that DM or that email when you're ready to come get your testimonial. We need a reefer truck testimonial.
All right, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate.
All right, my
All
brother.
right,
Cool.
all right, let it.
What else we got?
Yo, this is Heavy Goodman, I think. Yo, you muted. Unmute yourself.
What up, gentlemen?
What's
What's
up?
up, man?
What up? What up?
Just saying, appreciate y'all content, man, and it's definitely give me some a lot of information while I'm, preparing for what my authority go after. So
This Heavy Goodman,
appreciate
right?
all the tips. Yes, sir.
You at the plant right now? Which plant you at? GM, Ford, or Chrysler,
Uh,
Stellantis?
Stellantis, man.
When
We're not running as fast, but
when
we
when,
still running.
when y'all walking out?
I have no clue, man. Nobody knows. It's kind of they're going to do it in stages, kind of. So
What's the
I think this Friday they'll be closing some more plants if they don't come to any terms.
what's the sentiment there? What's the mood like there in the plant?
Um, you got some people that don't want to walk out because they can't afford it at all. They're not
Mm-hmm.
even willing to put up a fight, and then others are ready to walk out. 'Cause we are on. We've been on 6 days, 10 hours for the last about 4 months. So people
Mm.
kind of people want a damn break, man.
So what's the guy's name who's head of the UAW? Is it Spears? What's his
No,
name?
Fame, Sean Fame,
Sean Fain. So
Sean
he
Fame.
he wants you guys to go down to 32-hour work weeks, right? Is that way? 32-hour work weeks and a 40% increase.
I you know, I say it's pretty absurd. Uh, I've been here 13 years, and I've never in 13 years worked 40 hours, brother. Never.
Always more, right?
I always more, man. I guess it depends on what vehicles you make or whatever, but we do Jeep Grand Cherokee and Dodge Durango,
Mm-hmm.
and 13 years I ain't never done 40 hours. besides, a little bit of shutdown for pandemic, but nah, never.
Well, man, I hope
But
y'all get everything you deserve. Everything y'all deserve, man. But it may
uh,
come with a
you know,
cost. It may come with a cost. Y'all might have to fight for it.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be calling I'll probably have to book a consultation with both of you because my authority will be going active. I got to add my insurance, everything. Um, so I can get started.
Wait, let me ask you this. So you're planning on leaving
I
Stellantis
will.
to drive to do
Well,
box trucking?
you know, I I don't know if I've been sold a dream from the good talking YouTubers, but I bought a 26 footer. I bought it from an auction. I paid a pretty decent number, and it's sitting right now. I thought I would be off work at least as of the 15th, trying to get my first load, but we still working. But that I thought I'd have some downtime to at least, run my truck and see how if I can turn a profit.
So you wanted to run it during the strike is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, that was my plan, but my plan is to transition to working for myself.
So you ultimately
So,
want to transition from Chrysler
His
to
own
the
oh
box
yeah,
business.
truck.
oh yeah. I think
So
I should be able to, do 6,000 a month. That's what I do.
6,000 a month?
Yeah,
That's it?
that's what I mean. That's what I make now, man. So if
I
I
thought y'all
could,
was making money up there at the plant.
nah,
Wait, wait, wait,
1,500 a week.
wait. Let's go back. Because now
Once
this is
you,
putting. Hold on, no, this is a good conversation because it's putting into perspective what Sean Fain is fighting for. You're telling me you're working 60 hours a week?
yeah,
60 hours a week, and you're bringing home roughly $1,500. So after the 40 hours, with 20 hours time and a half, that's only allotting to $1,500. That's 20 hours
give or
time and a
take.
half.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay, so once your
I
union,
put up some money
so
for
your union
retirement.
dues, your pension, your health, medical, and all that stuff, man, that's a lot of money coming out, man.
Yeah.
But you on that B plan though, right?
What's the
The A
big plan?
plan and the B plan, you riding around you a brand new Wagoneer, ain't
No,
you?
no, man. That's why I got that good Freightliner waiting on me. That's what I got.
You ain't got the A plan. They still got the A plan up there in Detroit. Is it the A plan or the B plan? Or is that Ford?
Nah. Hey, man, Mark, I don't come in here to stand on my feet to buy them people cars, man.
Man, I heard they give y'all a good discount, man. I thought you'd be riding around you a big old Grand Wagoneer.
Nah, man,
Yeah,
I roll a
that's
Cadillac,
one
but
passing.
You want a
That's one
Cadillac?
standing right now.
it's old
Eh,
though, man.
eh,
I don't pay a
eh,
car note.
Everybody in Detroit ride Cadillacs, man. Y'all still players. Y'all wear Maury's up there still. Y'all still wear Maury Gators up there?
Nah, nah, man, no,
And
no
and,
Maury.
and, and Havana
Every once in a
Joe's?
while.
You got you a pair of
I
Maury's, don't you? You got you a pair of Maury's, though. Keep it real.
yeah,
I
I
know you
know.
do. You a Detroit player. And I bet you got you a mink coat.
That I haven't done, man.
Oh,
I like
man.
to
How you
save
going to
my.
hire the Maury's, man, and you ain't got you a mink? You got to hire you a mink, man. Man, get
You're
you a
right,
mink.
man.
Man, get you a mink.
Hey, Evie, Mark is on something
Yo,
tonight, man. I've been telling y'all that he's
man.
on something tonight. Oh man.
Hey, so, I don't know, man. What do you say, Turkey Fresh, man? You think I can put up 6,000 a month, man, to replace? I just want to replace what I'm
Man,
doing,
you're going to make more than 6,000 a month
You gonna make
gross.
more than 6 grand.
and then my my insurance and my
But but
truck
but
payment.
but here's the thing.
Pretty.
Here's the
Oh,
thing, and I'm gonna keep it funky with you. The benefit package that you have there, you're gonna be responsible for all of that. So, the money that you'll be making, it's gonna be your responsibility now to cover your health, medical, dental, vision, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to invest in your own life insurance policy. You're gonna have to get you a Roth IRA or however you want to do it.
I, I think I can.
Uh, uh,
I think I can keep the Merrill Lynch or whatever I deal with now.
y'all got Merrill Lynch, okay? So yeah, you can keep that. But you also want to probably invest into something else. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the benefits that you have, you're gonna be responsible for covering that stuff. Now, so you still may come out a little ahead depending on how you operate your business, but a lot of that overage that you'll be making, you're gonna have to, cover the cost of all those benefits now on your own. I just would have never thought in a million years, me being, born in 1980, and just hearing stories about people that worked up at the plants in Detroit, you always heard about how much money
I
they
mean,
make. And
well, I'm
so,
saying take home. Yeah, 15, 16.
oh, that's take home.
Yeah, that's take home.
Oh, then it ain't too bad, right? You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
No,
from what,
that's not growth.
right.
No,
So
I grow. Probably over. Well, not probably, but over $2,000 a week.
Mm-hmm.
you doing 6 figures a year?
No, sir.
Mm.
But it's just if they go through critical times or whatever, it's not all year. I don't. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't always do OT in here. I don't like being. There's no windows, all these ringing and all this noise. I like to be out of here sometime.
Mm.
But no, I don't do six figures now. I've
Man,
gotten close.
I wish y'all the best, man, and I'll keep you in my prayers, and hopefully everything works out with the UAW. But
Right.
Sean Fame, man, he ain't nothing nice, man. He ain't nothing
Right.
nice,
Right.
man. And I've been following it, and it don't look like he's trying to, you know, whatever that 20% that they throwing back at him, he ain't trying to hear it. He want 40%. So, you
Yeah,
Right.
know, but man, I'm gonna keep you in my prayers, man. Hopefully, it works out. I hope y'all get everything y'all deserve, man. I just thought y'all was, being from Chicago, y'all only 3.5, 4 hours away. I've always heard the
right.
stories about how y'all was checking a bag up there. If you got a job in one of the plants, but see, then that goes back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, it was different, because that money that they were being paid back then would take them a long way. Now,
Right.
that money ain't taking you a long way no more, and they've seen record profits in the past 10 years, and they haven't shared none of those profits with the workers. So
Uh,
it's
hey,
unfortunate.
Mark, man. I guess it depends on what industry you work, but I guess around for my age group guys, I went to school with.
How old are you?
33.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I do pretty decent. It's a few guys, one or two that make over 100, but not many.
Mm.
I'm doing okay. I think so. But things could be a lot better. That's why I look for I got sold the box truck. I wouldn't say got sold. I did my research. I still
Hmm.
think my goals are obtainable,
Well, you seem
better
very
than what I'm
humble.
doing here.
You seem very humble, and
Right. Right.
it sounds like you do have some sort of a plan. I don't know if you have a business plan or not, but you do, just from talking with you seem like you do have a plan, and I like how you said, if we go on strike, that I was going to transition into the box truck, and you.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I see you a lot on both of our channels, so you in good hands, man. I wish you the best of luck with what's going on with the UAW, and I hope your transition is smooth and profitable.
Yep.
I'll be talking to y'all. Thank you for all
I
the
appreciate you,
content.
man. I appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah, man, keep your head
All right.
up, man. I'm gonna keep you in my prayers with everything that's going on with the union.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All
Later.
right. Cool. All right. Man. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, so man, it's
Yeah,
rough out
man.
here, man.
It's rough.
It's rough
Rough
out
in
here,
these
man.
streets.
Yeah, so man. So that go the link, man. I hope we got everybody out the way. I know it's like 2 more people's names that I seen earlier. Maybe they're not in here anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
Pippi said, "Oh, one of the companies we service for says not looking too great for peak seasons. One of the top 3 appliance chains, they did not do well on Labor Day sale, and sales are dwindling." Yeah, I kind of covered it for 2 or 3 live streams so far. I think I'm gonna lay off the peak season and just let it play out. I said what I've said, and I mean, it's September, middle of September. Be September, we're about 3/4 of the way through September almost, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I told you guys how to forecast it. There was a little bit of bump in August. There was none in July, but the little bit of bump is not, what a normal peak season would be in order to see a significant increase, right? And then you have to understand the capacity. There's still an overabundance of capacity. So it's like, okay, with that little increase, you're not going to feel it because it's like throwing a steak to a pack of wolves.
Right.
Competition is going to further continue to drive down rates. You got a lot of people running off desperation. So that small percentage, and with what the rail yards, how the rail yards are looking, they're dry. And the reason why they're dry is because the sea, the maritime, the ocean freight in July and August, it didn't peak. So in order to see an increase in freight for a middle mile trucker, right, after it comes through the rail intermodal, it has to start from the sea. And if the imports didn't come in, and that's a large portion of things we purchase are imported, where's the influx of freight going to come from? So I've said it a couple times. I'm not going to keep repeating it. It's like being a dead horse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just let people listen to everybody else, and whatever. People that rock with the kid, they know what it is
Right.
already. So
Right. Right. Yeah, man. This was a good one, man. Welcome back, Mark. This was a good live. You know what I mean? Everybody, yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here, man.
somebody keeps asking, does the government shutdown affect trucking industry? I see one person say, hold on, the shutdown is just for them to go on vacay and pretend as they can't read. Now, if you're talking about a government shutdown similar to what happened during the pandemic for the first 2 or 3 weeks of the pandemic, ultimately, yeah, that will affect it because it's going to affect the supply chain. So somebody said, nah, trucks still moves, but it depends on what type of government shutdown you're talking about. If you're talking about like a government shutdown where the government shut down the United States to ultimately determine essential versus non-essentials, where did nothing move for those first 2 weeks of COVID, then ultimately, yes, the you saw the repercussions of what that shutdown did. We're still recovering from that to this day.
Right.
So in that situation, yeah. Now, if you're talking about as a government shutdown where people that work out of the Capitol building and the Pentagon and the White House just all don't show up to work, then no. So it all depends on, what level of government shutdown we're talking here. If it's a government shutdown where, everything don't move, then yeah, that's going to affect the supply chain. But yeah, everybody that works in the Pentagon, the Capitol, the White House just don't come to work type stuff. No, that ain't going to affect nothing.
Right.
That ain't going to affect nothing.
Yeah.
All right, who's good to take them refrigerator doors off? And taking refrigerator doors off ain't no. Oh, he making jokes talking about the middle mile people. Hey man, it's a lot of content creators make fun of middle mile. Like I saw one recently make fun, but I can tell you one thing: I've made a lot more money than I'm pretty sure that content creator has made, and that's a fact though. You know what I'm saying? I took a lot of doors off. I took a lot of doors off apartments. I've had workers take doors off. I've had a lot of trucks. I've made a lot of money. And me, I ain't scared of hard work. Never have been. And that's what separate, and I'm not knocking nobody, but it's strange how people knock me for final mile. How you going to knock another person who's seen success and turn nothing into something? Because they lift items. To me, it's funny how, I've never, all the hate that I've ever received in my life have came from people that look like this. Never like this. How can you make jokes about someone, whether they lifting heavy furniture or not, that's making a lot of money doing it? I could be crawling through people's windows with my baklava mask on, sticking them up, robbing them.
Right.
But I took nothing and turned it into something, and people want to make jokes. But I guarantee on everything I love, you dig what I'm saying? I've made a lot more money. And that's a fact, though. That's a fact, though. So all those sneak distance that's coming, don't throw stones and hide your hand. When you get addressed and asked about it, no, then turn around a few days later and do the same thing. To me, that's clown. That's whole shit.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And on that note, I'm out.
Oh man. All right, man. Everybody big up to everybody, man. The second season of the Wise Men podcast, episode
and I'm
1.
not and we not holding no we and what's the damn channel? We not taking no prisoners. Well, I wanted to say some cool shit on the way out. Now I couldn't think of it. Damn, man, I gotta figure it out for next week.
Oh
yeah,
man.
we coming with the heat this season, man. The gloves is off, man. I'm sick of being nice and trying to be cordial and people playing with me and stuff, man. Gloves off, man. Gloves off, man.
Well,
Dragonfly. Oh, Dragonfly, you peeped that? You see what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Hey, man, it is what it is. Somebody peeped it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't, it's content, but man, me, I don't throw stones and hide my hand. If I say something, I meant it. If I say something, I'm gonna address the person. I'm gonna ask the person. If I ask you, man, what's up with that, man? What about you? But then 3 days later, man, shout out to the content creators with the long live streams. I ain't finna be on here 4 hours. Bro, you made the same joke when we was talking to you. And when I asked you, man, I ain't talking, then you go proceed. So when I'm in your face asking you, you deny, but then you go. It's whole shit, bro. Like, I don't got time. But man, you expose yourself of who you are as a person. You dig what I'm saying? And that shit ain't got shit to do with box trucking. That's as a person. A man asks you, you know, and then you go do the same goofball shit 3 days later. I'm asking you on a live stream. Like I can reach out and touch you if you say, yeah, I'm talking about you. Hey, I'm gonna do reach through the screen and touch you there. I'm talking about you. It was lighthearted. We laugh it off there. You go do this shit, man. Then I address this shit, man. Drop the link, man. Ignore. This whole shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I ain't got time.
Never drop the link.
Come on, bro. Man, Dragonfly peeped it. Man, it's just
oh man.
So, man, all them little little sneak this and this stuff, man, that just exposes who you are. If I say something, I mean it. I address, man, look. And it is what it is. But man, like, but then you get called a hater or something because you a man about it and come direct.
Right.
Like, man, that's goofy shit, bro. Especially for a month that's half a century.
Mm-hmm.
Man, come on, bro. Stop playing with me, man. Nobody got time for that. Nigga, say what you mean and mean what you say. Say it with your chest, little nigga.
Say it with your chest.
Straight up, man. That's whole shit, bro. Especially when you go do the same shit you said, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah. What do you say?
So
they play pick-a-poo with you, Mark. They play pick-a-poo.
Man, it ain't that, but you see people. Look what Dragonfly put. He peeped it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. And it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's this shit. I just don't understand. Like this, I'm still trying to figure out this content shit. Like sometimes I feel like people would throw shots just to get the engagement for the back and forth, but I'm really not, with all of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not really like I don't play those type of games, Kirk. Like I ain't never did nothing to
right. But see, you got to remember, like you said, a lot of people are from Middle America. They're not gonna be straight up like you.
We see, we see. But I've been nothing but cordial and kind, right. And to steady get sneak this, which ain't no big deal because I confronted it and asked. No, but then 3 days later you go do it. Who else streams as long as I do?
First of all, Mark the Mentor. Oh no,
come on,
no,
bro.
No.
Come on, man. So it is what it is. So if I was in his face. And we just do the live stream.
Right.
So my answer was answered with what he did a few days later. I got my answer. Even though he didn't give me the correct answer, that was the answer. And that also let me know who he is as a person. So he can continue to sneak this. I don't have to respond because I know what's right here. Kool-Aid. Right. There's a bunch of Kool-Aid there. And any real nigga, and we're going to, this unrated, you know what I'm saying? Any real nigga can see that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you. Yes. Because you do a lot of sneaky shit. You throw stones and hide your hand. Like, bro. Like, to me, it don't even make sense. We not in the same lane. We don't talk about the same shit. There's no competition. What's the issue, bro? Why I gotta keep getting these little sneak disses? This whole shit, bro. I don't really got time for that shit, bro. But continue to do it. I'm not gonna indulge in it, bro. Yeah, I ain't finna indulge in that shit. But just know I know. And clearly other people know, and they saw it.
Right.
And I didn't mention it. But when the man sneaked this the other day, I'm watching, drop the link. Man, nigga, ignored that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, bro. Stop playing, man. That shit don't even make sense, bro. All because of a conversation amongst men. A conversation amongst men. I stated what I stated. You stated what you stated. He stated what he stated. You state what you state. Stand 10 toes down on what you say. I said what I said. I stand 10 toes down. You say what you say. You stand 10 toes down. Right. My morals and my ethics and my integrity is going to be different. I was raised different. My big homies and my OGs and my big cousins brought me up a certain type of way. And what I was saying, like what I was telling you in private, since we on the top of this shit, it ain't about what you are. Here, it's about the other person. You got to be on the defense for the other person. So you put yourself in a compromise. I was coming from a place of peace and love and harmony. There was no malice in what I was saying. But when I ask you a question that's directed towards me, for the second time.
Mm-hmm.
For the second time. And I'm not saying no names. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For the second time, no. Nah. But then to turn around 3 days later
Mm-hmm.
and you do the shit again, who is live streaming in this space? Besides me and you and him occasionally. For the most part, it's just me and you.
Right.
Who does long live streams?
Right.
So it's obvious. Who does Final Mile?
Mm-hmm.
So, to throw those little shots for a person who ain't thinking about you, to me, I don't understand where it's coming from. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Come here, I show you love. I break bread. If I break bread with you, man, then I know not only do I break bread, I cover the bill. You in my time to show you hospitality.
Right.
So it is what it is. But I'm not going to engage in some suck ass back and forth. I'm 43 on some hoe shit. I ain't with no hoe shit. That's some hoe shit, bro. I don't do hoe shit. That's sucker shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he can throw out a little sneak this as he want. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't responding because I know what it is right now. I know where his heart is at. That shit ain't really, it ain't cut like how I'm cut. So I ain't the only one who see it, So it is what it is, bro.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is, man. You know it is. But this was a good one, man. This was a good one. All right. Everybody enjoy this live tonight.
Yeah.
We back with the wise men, so
Yeah. So shout out to Dragonfly. Dragonfly was in the cut. Dragonfly was in the cut that day.
oh man.
Dragonfly was in the cut.
Dragonfly is not saying nothing.
Then shit, man. And see, that's all I had. That's all I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the response was what it was. So, man, what's known don't need to be explained, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just, it's best to play with something that's safe. Don't play with me, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Play with something that's safe, bro. I ain't going to indulge in that back and forth. You can keep with the little light heart, this little sneak disses, and that's fine. I don't really care. That shit ain't really, hindering me or stopping me. But,
right.
It is what we know what it is now. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, man. Final words, man.
No, I mean, we had a good conversation tonight. I'm happy to be back on the Wise Man, man. As usual, shout out to everybody that coming alive, man, and sticking around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just glad to be back and feeding the people the information. You know what I mean? And yeah, we have many more series coming up. We have a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. Hey, we're gonna try to get the broker on here. We have a new broker we're gonna bring on, and we're gonna try to bring some more people with some other information. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna be turning it up this season. You know what I mean?
We're gonna turn it all the way up, man. We
Mark the
holding.
Mentor and Kirky Fresh.
Hey, man. Hey.
Mark was tweaking tonight though. Hit the tweak button for yourself, man.
I wasn't tweaking.
You got them people in fired it tonight in the chat early on, man.
Nah, man. See, I'm figuring out how this content creation shit work. I'm learning this shit. I know how to keep the engagement up. I know, what to bring. A certain amount of it. We're educational, but you got to keep them entertained some sort of way. You know what I'm saying? You can't be dry, so you just be yourself. I learned to just stop being so uptight and be myself. I talk like how I talk to my homies. Maybe not as brash, because like me and my homies, like we can, to like a soft person, like they can't really, cause we'll say some harsh stuff. Like, don't let your girlfriend break up with you. You can hit the shoulder cry maybe like a half a day, but after that, dude,
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna like we gonna say shit that's gonna really hurt your feelings, and
Mm-hmm.
if you ain't got a strong heart, man, you ain't gonna be able to take it. But just relaxing and just having conversations with people like you would have with people you grew up with. We're just
Right.
out taking it too far and just being authentic, being real, staying in your lane, and focusing on what you got experiences. I don't try to cross into other people's areas. I show people professional courtesy. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
don't try to rain on people's parade. You know, I remain humble. You know, and try to provide people with the best form of um, content that I can provide on a consistent basis. I got other stuff coming
Right.
up. I got stuff coming up that's not, people been asking me to talk about things outside of box trucking that pertains to more financial literacy. So I'm working
Mm-hmm.
on a show right now with my cousin who's, heavy in a specific genre. I'm not going to say right now. We just going to do it and we're going to start talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Box show testimonials. I got the Thursday show. We got this show. I got another show I'm working on. If I can get 5 consistent shows a week on this channel, not all pertaining to box show. Like I said, we got the other one we're going to talk about more financial literacy stuff, um, uh, and some other things. That's my ultimate goal is to, my years of experience and things that I learned to just pass it on, and create a community of like-minded individuals that, ultimately want to do better. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Right.
God has tremendously blessed me. Um, and I just want to, share whatever information I got. That's it. I
Yeah.
don't want no problems with nobody. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got time for whole shit. I just don't want none of the problems because I know what that can bring, and I just don't want to be bothered with that, especially for some goofy ass shit like that I don't even know what it's for. Like, I'm not getting sneak this for information. Motherfucker
Right.
sneak dissing me for dumb shit, bro.
Right. Right. Yep.
That doing goofy shit like that because I did that on the thumbnail, the final mile, repeat my shit, the long live streams. Like, come on, man, that's whole shit, bro. Hoes do that shit, boy. But see, he ain't gonna talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to just stay out of my. Just leave me alone. This shit crazy, man. Hey Kurt.
Hey, man. I'm with you, man.
Hey man. Shit.
I'm
All right,
with
man.
you,
Let's
man.
wrap it up, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
That was a good one, man.
That was a good one. Caravan been on a tear for the past 31% up while everything falls. I haven't been. I'm not invested in that.
Caravana.
Yeah, Mark. That's the best way of being real and standing on business. That's why you thrive. Appreciate it. Oh, you talking about Carvana?
Yeah,
Carvana.
Card. Yeah.
Oh, they talking about stocks. They all talking about stocks. People see dudes. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We appreciate y'all. Season 2 is here. We will see y'all next week, y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace out.